Right, welcome everyone to the 2023 Mexico Grand Prix. It's time for the race. It's time for the race. Are we ready? Are we ready to go racing? It's a Ferrari lockout at the front. As you can see, as a lifelong Tifosi fan, I'm over the moon. I stick with Ferrari through thick and thin. So I'm very happy about this. Right. Some drama, by the way. There were some penalties yesterday. There were some penalties awarded. So, who have we got in the house? Who's in the house? Who have we got? Ricane Entertainment, Nindy, Vlatka, Anchi99, Dutch Line, Rory Thompson, Ryan Barnett and Adam Barnett, Brywood, Nicholas, Isabel Paflug, KS, Mr. 180, Jasu, Wolfgang Bauer, and Chaya Kimono and Tracy Woodbridge. Dan, where have you been? Well, I've been racing today and it was very wet. It was very wet. There was a lot of aquaplaning. My championship rival was there. So I went into the race. I went into the round, sorry. Number 1 in the championship. Did I come out number 1 in the championship? Well, you have to wait for the... You have to wait for the videos to come out, frankly. Super GT is going full out, it's okay. Whatever floats your boat. Welcome, George Rogers. Grazing the SB from Bali. Tracy, I've been watching the drivers' parade. Oh, goodness me, I almost broke my chair. Yeah, they do. It's quite funny what they do, if I remember, at Formula 1 these days. So basically, you get a lot of rich people that have paid for like the ultimate F1 experience. You're basically an F1 driver, and people pay a lot of money for it. And as part of that ultimate F1 experience, they put you on a lorry and drive you around the track. And all of the people that have paid to be in the grandstands or general admission will boo them. It's a very sort of like it's a very astute social commentary. And I don't know why they do it, but anyway. And then after that, the drivers go around on the back of a lorry. Yep. It's not that glamorous when you see it in person. Priya Darshini Parmakar says, Heyo Laku in the house, VNEC as well, Mute Mind, Stefano Casaletto. So many people here have followed us through the weekend. Right, let's talk about penalties. What happened in the end? So, no penalty for Max Verstappen and no penalty for George Russell. So the impeding was noted, but no penalty was given. I found that to be very surprising. I really thought there was going to be a penalty given there, but there wasn't. So, but we have got penalties for Logan Sargent for overtaking under yellow flags. In fact, he got a 10-place grid drop, if I recall. So that's put him well in last place. He's last and a bit. And Lando Norris doesn't have a penalty, but Lance Stroll will be starting from the pit lane. So Lance Stroll will be starting from the pit lane, and I believe so will Yuki Tsunoda because he's used up more than his allotted number of parts for the season. But something happened with Lance Stroll's cars in part Ferme. They obviously felt like it was worth taking the grid drop to try and fix what has been a very troublesome Aston Martin Formula 1 car. No one can doubt that. Stefanio says, when's the race? 54 minutes, or 55 minutes, I should say. We'll get the timer up when there's 40 minutes to go, because as we know, I only have a 40-minute timer. I only roll with 40-minute timers. It's a superstition that I have. Sharon Ward says, hi everyone from the UK. I'm new here, so might not chat much. Chat, can we welcome Sharon Ward into the stream? New to the stream. I think in the middle of the race, Sharon Ward's can be chatting away. That's my prediction. Tracy, it's wonderful, the huge band there in Old Mustangs, very nice. Isabel Paflug, Logan's penalty is stupidly overdone. He also got 2 points on his license. Oh dear. Is Logan Sargent going to be banned from Formula 1? We will see. Lando Norris is all smiles at the moment, which you know, that's his way of getting into the zone, fair play, but he is not... I don't want to say having a bad season, but he's not capitalising on the performance in that McLaren. Undeniably so. A lot of excuses came out. I watched all the driver interviews, did all my research. A lot of excuses from drivers. Max Verstappen was blaming the car. I'm sorry, Max, but I think if you just nailed the lap, you would have got that. But he was saying it was the car was terrible. I think every other driver on the grid would like to be in that Red Bull car. Rory says, so no penalties for the Top Guns means we're in for an awesome race. Yes, indeed. V-neck, apart from Max getting the dub and the hamster getting another podium, what else will go down? We'll see. It's not a given the hamster will get a podium, but V-neck obviously believes. Tracy Woodbridge, oh, it was wonderful. Perez chatted to the crowd and they are going mad. Checo, Checo. How can we have a Mexican Grand Prix without Sergio? Well, I'm sure we'll find out next year. Sally, will this be for today's race? Yes, this isn't a race replay, Sally. This is for today's race in real life. Welcome to LD Sharkawi. Gune Top House saying Lando's been really frustrating us lately. Let us know what's been frustrating you with Lando, by the way. Let us know what's been frustrating you. Yeah, I've done my real world racing today. In fact, it was a sprint weekend for me. I had a sprint race. So I had a sprint race where there were championship points awarded. My fortunes were different in the sprint race and the main race. And then the way the grid was done for the main race was that it was the fastest laps from the sprint set the grid for the main race. So a little bit controversial, that, to be honest. A little bit controversial. Vlaka says technical issues with Vlaka. Technical issues over at Vlaka HQ. Sweet, when does race start? It's starting in 52 minutes time. 52 minutes. Brywood agrees and McLaren is great. And Mr. 180 saying live stream is almost zero here in Holland. There are no live streams in Holland. Is it banned or something? But yeah, so there we go. That is our grid. I mean, how Lando Norris has qualified behind Kevin Magnussen when Magnussen basically didn't get any running in free practice, I don't know. But it's happened. And you can see now Yuki Tsunoda is listed as starting near the back of the grid. So the penalties are coming through. Daniel Ricciardo will be on the second row of the grid. Hasn't been promoted third because no penalties to Max Verstappen. But what can Daniel Ricciardo do? We can't wait to see. And he'll be hoping to get his first World Championship points of the season. Obviously, he replaced Nick De Vries halfway soon. Nick De Vries now has returned to Formula E, where he is a previous World Champion. But will Ricciardo get the points? I don't know. Stefano saying lagging in Italy. Wow, maybe YouTube's got to... Maybe I have to switch over to TikTok. Maybe I have to switch over to TikTok. We will see. The good news is, it's standings. It's standings. Even if it pauses, it's standings, isn't it? Welcome out, Mr. 81. Yeah, 50 minutes to go. 50 minutes to go, everyone. And I'm very excited because the Ferraris have the option of doing strategy here. I suspect it's going to be a one-stop race for most drivers. But it is hard to overtake it despite the straights. All the drivers have been saying that. Will the Ferraris be able to pull off some 4D strat to keep Max Verstappen at bay? They're the only team this season other than Red Bull to have managed to get a victory. Let's not forget that before we all laugh at the Ferrari strategy. Issues for YouTube in Italy. Big issues. Daily CFC says, when is the RWCE? I do not know. Tracy Woodbridge has been so looking forward to hearing your voice. You make it so exciting. How do you know I haven't been replaced? Maybe I've been replaced by an AI. Could have happened. So I'm just waiting really for the coverage to start and I can start feeding through any further developments. But how Carlos Sainz and that Ferrari that, you know, they had the hydraulics issue, had to sort of rebuild a huge part of the car or take stuff apart and fix it. I think they were draining the hydraulics, weren't they, at one stage? And now Carlos Sainz has managed to put that right on P2. Is very, very, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. It's lagging for Sharon Ward as well. This is not good. YouTube, what's going on? What's going on? Technical issues. Do we have to live stream back up into the Discord? Actually, you know what? I've just realised. I should live stream this in vertical as well. I don't know why I've never done that, because I'm recording in vertical. Ooh, I could try and do that, but everything would break. It'd be very risky. Very risky. Isabel Plug said, lagging flights well, but it's working fine now after a reload. Keep us updated. Is there a big event going on? Well, hang on, this is the big event. As the cars are going out on track already, doing some installation laps very early on. George Russell stopped in the pit lane, just checking some settings. Sharon, what cars do I drive? You can check on the channel, Sharon. See some of the real world racing I've done recently. Welcome, Fafnir. Ryan saying buffing in England too. Well, let us know if anyone finds a fix. Maybe if you run it at 720p or something like that. But we could try. We could try and spit out a short form stream as well, but it's very risky. We'll try that. We'll try that next time at Brazil. No rush. We're in this for the long game. Stefan says TikTok. You know what? I've never streamed on TikTok ever, even though I think I get more views on TikTok than YouTube these days, actually. Brenda says Danny Rick for the podium after Ferrari strategy ends Charles and Carlos. That's conveniently forgetting Max Verstappen, but we'll see. Atmospheric, it's so technical to drive in Mexico. The height above sea level affects cars such a different way, and I suspect it affects the drivers too. Mark Johnson getting the snacks ready. Dash says podium predictions. Well, I mean, who's predicting a Ferrari victory in this race? Let us know if you're predicting a Ferrari victory. Welcome, Paolo Polia from South Africa again. South Africa. Chai, my main question is, will we need popcorn for this race just like yesterday? Well, if qualifying's to go by, there might be some surprises here, because Ferrari, by all accounts, were very surprised that they had managed to get it on the front row. They were not expecting that. So the altitude or some other stuff is really doing some fun stuff. Daily CFC has got barely no lag. John B says coming through fine in Ireland. Good to know that we're coming through fine in the Republic. Scott Stanford in the house as well. Isabel, Ferrari admitting they still don't understand the car at this point is a little bit scary. Right, chat. I went into town and I bought this for £10. Okay? For 10 British pounds, chat, I bought this. Now let me know if you think that's a waste of money. Okay? Be honest. Do you think that's a waste of money? Welcome along to the stream, by the way.
Welcome to the Kireth Car channel.
Chat, what do we think? Barbarago. Yes, it's Barbarago. It's a proper Barbarago. It is the F175. Chai says, not a waste of money if it makes happy. Let me know what you think. I spent £10 on this. 10 British pounds. Oh, the subscriber things are back. Welcome, Lena. Welcome, FFX Vinny. Natasha says, no, it's not a waste. Brendan says, anything Ferrari is a waste of cash. Well, let me know what you think. Stefania says, for me, 1 Max, 2 Sainz, 3 Hamilton. George, no, kids' toys are expensive these days. It's not a kid's toy. In fact, I bet it's not even for kids. I bet it's not even allowed. Yeah, joke's on you. You can't have this if you're less than 3 years old. So how's that a kid's toy? Can you see? Not a kid's toy confirmed. No kid. Look at that unhappy child. Because they're not allowed to have this. This is an adult's toy. In fact, it's not even a toy. Stop using the word toy. This is a replica car that I spent £10 of my money on. Darsha's waste of money. Sui Ferrari's art, not eternal. Julian, you just drop it. Scott, goodbye. Rory says, no, that's not a waste at all. Daily CFT has it. Chat, should we open it? Should we open it? Or is that going to... What? People who collect these things, if I open this, does that stop me becoming a millionaire about 20 years in the future? Because are these sort of things, do you keep them in the box? What do we think? Do we keep it in the box? Or do we open it? Kate says, no waste if your child is happy. Chat, what do we think? Chai says, open it if Ferrari wins. Right, Brenda says, do not open. Welcome, Julian C. Brendan, it's about as far as a real Ferrari 2. Brendan, have you looked at the standings, my guy? Have you looked at the standings? Have you looked at the standings? B-Bot, do you wish to open it? Yes, I do wish to open it. George's 4-year-old would love that toy. Well... Sweet says, don't open. Or Natasha says, open it. Ah, look how detailed. It's even got an AWS sticker on it. Can you see the AWS sticker? Chat, can you see there? See that AWS sticker? Can you see it? Look how... for £10. For 10 British pounds. Briarwood, well, I collected some years ago and they were £40. I'm not going to not open it for the sake of £40. Like, if it's going to be worth millions, then I'll keep it like this. But if it's going to be worth like £41, I'll just open it. Martin Good says, who thinks they win the race today? Well, I mean, the sensible money's on Max Verstappen. But can the Ferraris do some naughty stuff, maybe? Oh, Ricciardo's retired. That sucks. Can the Ferraris do some crazy strategy? We saw Fernando Alonso potentially do something a little bit naughty yesterday. Minx Boo says connection much better again, and whilst typing's gone bad again. Dear me, what's going on? Why are we on top chat? Let's go over to live chat here. Oh, we can start the timer soon. In 3 minutes we can start our 40-minute timer. Sweet, open them. Open if you have more. This is the only one I have. So, this is the only one I have. Can I put it here? No, I'll be touching. Should have thought about this. Should have thought about this. There we go. You can see it there. Black has sorted the Wi-Fi out very nice. Right, we're going to start the 40-minute timer very soon. And there'll be 40... Well, there'll be 40 minutes to go, as you might expect. Rory, I'm praying for a red car on the podium. Rory really wants Alfa Romeo to win today. Big Alfa Romeo fan. Well, here's hoping for you, Rory. Are you betting on Valtteri Bottas or Guan Yu Zhou? Sharky says clean race so far. Yes, I mean I have to say, in the Mexico GP, I haven't seen any dirty driving whatsoever yet. Astonishing. We are still 40 minutes out. In fact, let me start the timer then. How do I do that? Did I move it? Huh? Did I move my timer? Where's my timer? Yes. There we go. 40-minute timer underway. Now you know it's real. Now it just got real. Brenda says, Google how much they're worth unopened. Chat, can you let me know? How much is a Barango F175 1 to 43 scale? Maybe this is really rare. Maybe this is like... super rare. And chat, it's got a license thing on the back. Hang on, where is it? It's got a official product number. It's got an official product number. Can you see it? It's a Ferrari official product. You can't buy anything Ferrari official product for £10. Just Jace, anyone else struggling with stream connection? Hopefully it's going to improve. I've heard a few people have been struggling a little bit. Daniel saying 1 is Max, 2 is Hamilton, 3 is Ricciardo. Well, can Ricciardo get on the podium?
And virtual safety car ending. Virtual
We will
safety
see.
car
We would all love to see it, surely. Mark, there might be an opening strategy win on Bottas. No, there isn't. Tracy, that's fab. I have the Red Bull one. I love it. Very nice. Blacker, now I surely miss you talking about today's racing. Good news. Well, we'll have to wait till the video. But I've survived, so it's always a positive. Dan David, what's your prediction of the race? My prediction of the race is... Think back to Austin, how Max Verstappen was able to sort of carve through the field and really gain through the pit stop phases. You know, is there going to be as much opportunity for strategy here? I'm not sure. So what can the Ferraris really do if everyone's going to be on a one-stopper? Can they make it so Verstappen has to pass them on track? Will we see a Monza-esque defence from the Ferraris? Sorry to hear that, David Williams. People are saying maybe going to 720p might make it more stable. Hopefully YouTube are going to throw some extra servers online. Otherwise, we'll just end up on TikTok. It's a metaphor for platform wars, isn't it? Tracy, keep it in the box if you want to be a millionaire. I would open it and put it away from the little hands. Chai, I'm genuinely curious what Ricciardo will do with yesterday. I mean, pressure's kind of off for Ricciardo here, in a way. So will Ricciardo just really send it? Or will we end up seeing him... I mean, if you look at the grid, and on the basis that the Alpines don't look good here, on the basis that the Aston Martins are not good here, and the fact that Lando's really going to struggle coming that far back, you'd think that a P9, you know, is sort of the worst that Daniel Ricciardo could expect to do here. So I think it could be really good for Daniel Ricciardo, potentially. Especially if we see people crashing into each other and knocking themselves out. Welcome, Danielle Jalema. Tino, any particular reason why I say Guan Yu Zhou's name the right way? I'm just a stickler for accuracy. You'll never hear me pronounce anyone's name wrong whatsoever. Rory's on 480 just to ensure you get the coverage. You bet you're virtually on radio. You know what? I need... It's not an agent. I just need someone who can put this on Spotify, who can put it on... Can we be on Apple Music? What's Apple Music? I hear Apple Music a lot. We just want to... You know, I should be streaming this on TikTok right now. As well. I should be streaming on Twitch right now as well. I should be streaming it vertically as well. I need to get my head in the game here. I'm just too busy. But you can't go through life just constantly being busy. It will all pass you by. So I need to go to a retreat with my mind and work out this stuff. Jam, when does the race start? There's a clue on the screen, my friend. Daily CFC, the stream has to be 30 seconds out. So maybe if you build up some buffer time. In fact, oh my goodness, we need to do a latency check right now. Chat, we need to do a latency check. Okay? It needs to happen. Now, how do I do this when my phone's here? Get a stopwatch. Stopwatch. Did I stopwatch in Chrome? Yes! Stop, right, chat, latency check. Latency check, everyone. Okay, this is really important if YouTube's struggling to handle our stream. We're just too popular. So here's what I'm going to do. If you've never done this before, so you need to get ready to write a number in the chat. So I'm going to say a random number. Don't type anything yet. I'm going to say a random number. As soon as you hear me say it, write it in the chat. What this means is there is a latency between me and you. So as I speak into this microphone, as this image goes into the camera here, do you want to see the camera? Can you see the camera? Ah, it's better in my head. There's a camera there anyway, somewhere. There's a camera there. And what happens is the signals go through here, they go into my computer, they go into the streaming software where it also brings in the map, it brings in the standings, it brings in F1 Manager, it brings all that in, and it encodes it, and it sends it up to YouTube servers. So it goes up through some cables, ends up going in the sky, bounces off a satellite, back on the other side of the world into YouTube servers. YouTube servers decode it, and then they re-encode it, so you can watch it at various resolutions, and then it bounces from YouTube servers through miles and miles and miles of fiber optic cables, up through satellites again, down to your devices. All that is latency. To cut it short. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say a random number in the chat. As soon as you hear me say it, type that number in chat, and that will be the latency. We can work this out. Are we ready? I think we're ready. So chat, the random number, if you can hear me. The random number. Chat, the random number, if you can hear me. Can you hear me, chat? We might be struggling. The random number is 94. I've started the timer. 94. What are we going to be on the latency? Did that message even get through? Is anyone going to write 94 in the chat? 13.23. GT7 Zizzy, Max, Bebop, Daniela, you were close. Brendan, Chaya, Rory, Gillian, Beef and Barley 3, John Rogers, and Daniel getting it right. So a 13-second .23. So we have gone sub 10 seconds before. We have been sub 10 seconds, so there is a bit more latency. So given that the latency is 13 seconds, you might want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer. You might want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer there, so YouTube can account for all this kind of nonsense that's going on at the moment. Daily CFC got the wrong number, I'm afraid. So I reckon you probably want about 20 seconds of latency on this stream. You probably want 20 seconds. That's what I reckon you want. Just my thoughts, though. Wow. Almost about to hit the half an hour mark. We'll have a grid war. I think Martin Brunder was in town. Bebop's going with the 10. Is that a 10 second on top of the 13? Because otherwise you're shortcutting the signal somewhere. You're hijacking the signal. Anyway, we plow through. We plow through. Tino says, it's getting worse. Thanks, YouTube. Kids crying. Unfortunately, I can't do TikTok because my phone's here. And I don't want to. And I don't want to risk doing YouTube shorts because I've never done that before and it'd be really stupid to try it here. So I think we just got to have faith in YouTube. Trey says you will get this all done before next year. Just get the planning done. Just get in the planning phase. David Williams, you are late and wrong. David Williams, you are both late and incorrect. So I don't know what is going on. And same with likewise Risk. Late and incorrect. Black has still lost. Black has still lost. Devendra, welcome. Devendra, you are right, but you are a little bit late, so you got a little bit latest there. Wow, we are. YouTube side is struggling for us. We keep rolling through. We keep rolling through. Chat, can you tell me what are the issues you're experiencing on your end? What are the issues you're experiencing? Is it dropouts? Is it lag? Is it audio desync? Is it all of the above? Let me know what you're experiencing, and I'll have a think if there's anything I can do my end to fix it. Jacob's on a 27-minute delay. Jacob, the stream hasn't even started yet for you. So you see their Stroll in the pit lane. It's another pit lane start for Stroll, isn't it? Will he actually start for the pit lane this time, or will he accidentally forget and go onto the grid like he did last week? We will see. Jacob says somebody DDoSing the tubes. I don't know. Welcome Julian Widman, by the way. John just says higher resolution. Tino, I'm currently getting about 20 seconds of play, then 30 seconds of buffering, currently 5 minutes behind. Wow, okay, that is not good from the YouTube side of things. Welcome, Phantom. That is not good from the YouTube side of things. Kevin says 0 latency in Missouri. Kevin, are you experiencing any issues in Missouri? Maybe it's a server issue. JD says no issues using 480p. Devendra Final One. Chat, can we go... Chat, can you still see at 480p? Can you still see at 480p? Let us know if you don't know how to get down to 480p. We'll guide you through the process. But is anyone experiencing lag at 480? Well, just Jason. I've tried dropping you to 480. It's so bad, didn't even do anything. Me, even 240 is lagging. George got a buffering logo. Black says lag for me is over 2 minutes, so I won't be a productive mod today. Sorry, Kireth. No worries, Vlatka. So Kevin's looking good. Chaya's looking good at 480. I just wonder if dropping the res, chat. I wonder if dropping the res. I feel like I've got to put the moustache on as well. I feel like I've got to put the moustache on. I mean, but no one's going to see it because everyone's buffering. It's going to be a massive buffering logo. Dearie me, what is going on at YouTube headquarters today? JD's in using maybe it's a server issue. Chat, is anyone in the USA or North America experiencing the lag? Let's just go region by region. Anyone in USA experiencing the lag? Bebop, no issues with 40p for Bebop. George, chat keeps rolling, but audio and video stop. Phantom's gone all the way down to 144. As Danica Patrick is in the ear of Monsieur Vasseur. Danica Patrick catching some heat yesterday for some controversial comments. Very unlike Danica Patrick. Christoph just came in and yeah, it's lagging. Right, Jeff says no lag in Houston. Sweekader says Canada's okay. Jules Rogers is on 480, refused going lower. Okay, so is anyone experiencing lag in North America? Kevin says Missouri and Central USA, no issues. I wonder if there's a way to get a US server. I wonder if there's a way to get a US server. This is why I need that VPN sponsor. This is why I genuinely needed the VPN. In fact, NordVPN have done this. NordVPN have DDoSed YouTube. It's all NordVPN. It's not Martin Brundle on the grid today. It's Bernie Collins and Danica Patrick. Very nice. I like it. Bebop says yours just got scaled back. Kate's got lag. Erratic's got no lag. Devendra saying India's okay. Chaya's on a US VPN. Okay. Chat. Yeah, I could be issued with EU servers. Right, Phantom Buster's going to try VPN. Chat, we need to get a VPN sponsor in like ASAP. We need to for these sort of moments. I can't unpeel this moustache. Peter Power is saying New York City's good. Okay, I think YouTube would prioritise their American servers. Right, Phantom, let us know how it goes on the US VPN. And by the way, it's grid walk time right now. It's grid walk time, so I'll let you know if anyone interesting on the grid or if I see anything interesting. Brenda, why is she even involved in Formula 1? Well, she's one of the most notable female racing drivers of all time. Zhao saying Easter Coast is good. Isabel seems to be working now. Mia is getting better. Hang on a second. Chat, scratch the VPNs. Goodness says, couldn't watch Mark Goldbridge earlier. Literally, weekend ruined. Gotta put some swaz on it. Oh, Mia spoke too soon. Yeah, but that's the issue, Brendan. No one's driven Formula 1. So, if you have a choice between a diverse host who's able to speak maybe more innately to 50% of the watching population, do you want to disqualify them on the basis that they weren't racing in Formula 1? Christian Horner. on the grid here. Kay says lagging all the time. Can you do something? Chat, like, honestly, I can't even get this tape off the back of this moustache. How do you expect me to fix literally Google's entire server cloud infrastructure? That's beyond me. Here we go. Phantom Buster. I've turned on the VPN with location set to USA. Stream is working perfectly now. Chat, if we're in Europe like myself, or maybe, what if I VPN out of my end? What if I VPN out of my end? Laku's back. TNEP, you get a free VPN with the Opera browser. I've just flicked over to America and it's fine. Tracy saying South Africa, no problems. Right, if you're having stream issues, let us know your country in the chat. Let us know your country in the chat. Vlak has restarted the PC. Chat, if you're having issues, let me know what country. Isabel Plug says he needs to be working. RC says you already have a moustache. Pete says big dub for the YouTube intern that just fixed it. Christoph, I'm live and that seems good now, right? No one touch anything. Chat, literally no one touch anything. No one touch anything. I can't unpeel this moustache. I've been foiled. Laku is not having issues. I'm from Finland. Asaji just stream issues in Nigeria. Nigeria server's having issues. Welcome Uday Pandit. It's 1 AM. Welcome along. Jacob says Denmark major issues are becoming a little bit less. Me is now 1 minute behind. Okay. Mint says restarted everything electric in the house, updated all apps, and emptied all of the cache. Seems to be working now. Okay. Kaz from England having connection issues. George, mine seems fine since I last messaged chat. I think things might be looking up a little bit. Things might be looking up a little bit. YouTube know that there's a massive F1 watch-along stream going on in this channel, and they can't afford the servers to go down now. They need to throw more servers into the fire. At whatever the cost, frankly. Pixel Dude is working fine for me in the UK. As soon as I turn down the quality 1080p, it's a YouTube service definitely, because my computer wouldn't even attempt to run the stream at 1440p. Me is live. Welcome back to the present day. Daniel Ricciardo's got his moustache. He's looking very relaxed. Chat, can someone help me unpeel this? Honestly, I cannot unpeel this moustache. Look. I can't unpeel it. Uday, can Ferrari win today? Or well, it's going to come down to Ferrari strat, I think. Chat, how do I actually unpeel this? Seriously. Keegan says stream is good in Dallas. No issues in Ghana. So issues in Nigeria. Are we better in Nigeria now? Fafnir running fine for me through US VPN. So if you have the option of US VPN... Oh man, I have not. Honestly, I get hundreds of emails from VPN sponsors, and I never ever reply to them. I get literally hundreds because I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what the value is. But now I see the value. They were right all along. All of their messages like, we'd love to partner with you. We really value your channel, and we'd love you to share this, whatever it is, Echo Stat VPN, South VPN, whatever. I never got back to them. Welcome Minx Boo to Super Legend chat. Minx Boo just checking that the membership button is working. Can we get some member emojis out for Minx Boo? Look, I'm going to get the 10s out of 10s out. Welcome to Super Legend. Thank you so much, Minx Boo. Hope I've done too many emojis there. I've gone over the limit. The emoji police are onto me. There we go. Thank you so much, Minx. We really appreciate it. Hope the stream is working better. Ryan says use your teeth. I just don't know. I just don't know, chat. Mia says someone must have sent off an EMP. And I remember when, like, 15 years ago, people didn't really care about nuclear weapons. Everyone was like, oh, what if someone sets off an EMP over the city of London? I haven't heard the words EMP for, like, 10 years. It was all the vogue back then. Did I get it? Did I... Oh, I've got it! I've got it! I've got it! I've got it! I'll show you the separation because I know it's really satisfying. Have a look at this. Yeah. Oh, shoot. That's the wrong one. Almost put it onto my seat. Right, watch me go from a man with no moustache into a man with a moustache. I'll be honest. I could kind of go for this style. I could kind of... It's very itchy. It's very itchy on the nostrils. It's very itchy on the nostrils. I'm going to be honest. I think I've applied this too high. But I also don't feel like I could apply it any lower. Chat, what do we think? I've just waxed myself. What about if we do it like that? No, that just looks like I've... No. Chat, I'm not sure about this. I've got to be honest. I mean, you can barely see it. It's just massively irritating me. Believe me, there's no disrespect, but you look goofy. Can we leave out the personal attacks in the chat, please? Davina, terrible. Take that off. Mia can't tell the difference. Fafnir, the sound to pay for. That was very painful. Very painful. Stick it on your forehead. Cameron says it suits you. It's not really stuck on... It doesn't really... I think this would be better... Ah! I think this would be better if you already didn't have a moustache. I've got to be honest. It doesn't work as nicely if you've already got one. Hang on. I've got a screen here, so it's a screen light, but now I can't see. I can't really see on that one. Do I go high or go low? Let me go as high as I can. Let me go as high as I can. It doesn't work as well because I've already got a beard. You can't. There's no contrast. And also now my nose is blocked. It's blocked my nose. Have it upside down like Poirot. Yeah, but that's not Mexican though. That's Belgian. It's not Spa. Oh no. Oh no. Well, how am I meant to drink? Where are my straws when I need them? Oh no! How will I drink my tasty beverage without this? But what saved the day is this lime sorbet straw that keep disintegrating, and this has been in the heat here. You need a gingerbread for contrast. Chat, there are just 15 minutes to go. I don't think I can do the stream like this. I don't know. Jacob, it does make you look like Tamil Mario. Like it though. So why do you need extra beard? Do a monobrow, cut it in half and make eyebrows. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Don't say I never commit to these streams. You ready? Let's just double check the Poirot. That just looks weird. I mean, people will come in with no context and they'll think this is genuinely my style. So I don't think we can do it. I think maybe I can put it on the... Maybe I can put it on the microphone. There we go. The moustache is there. In spirit. Welcome to Briprium. What wheel I got? Here I have a Logitech G Pro because I'm a professional. Welcome LCRP Prime. Freddie, will you show the race on screen? Freddie, look, the race is basically started on screen. Chat, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? By the way, 3 more likes, we get up to the 100. Let's get up to the 100 on the like front. That'll be some good momentum for us. Some really, really, really very good momentum. Let's get up to 100 likes. Tracy says, please take it off, otherwise I'm literally unsubscribing. Tanzila, stop getting dumb. It's birthday weekend for Tanzila. Nowhere says Vamos. People wanted eyebrows. Chat, I mean, you can play along at home. You can have these at home if you want. You can have these at home. Freddie, what's your favourite car? It's got to be the F1/75 as a lifelong Tifosi. Nida Drift says G Pro for the win. Nida Drifts. We've got the same setup here. Virtual reality and the Logitech G Pro. Just Nida's a lot faster with it. Laku says when McLaren shirt. We'll see. George Russell and Lewis Hamilton are vibing by the side of the track. And the Mexican, we're getting ready for the Mexico anthem. They're just playing some, I think, Mexican tunes right now. Playing the tunage. 97 Bad Wolf, who's winning tonight? Well, can the Ferraris do it? Can the Ferraris do it, everyone? Smeety says Leclerc win. Chat, let me know in the chat, who do you think is going to win? Who do you think is going to win? Play the welcome intro, what, the mariachi one? I can only do this one. This is the only one I've got.
Welcome to the Kireth Car channel.
We have more as well, chat. We've got loads more. What have I got here? We've got loads more. Anyone remember the Frey Bentos rap? Chat, anyone remember this? Hang on, I need to get this up. Where's the volume?
Sharp like a dart, Kireth card.
Anyone remember the rap?
So we speed down the freeway, 9-5, do or die, no lie. Yeah, we just gon' fly by, living this life, earning this money off dice. Looking so clean, so nice. Oh, it's on, and we gotta get going. Freight Bentos, racing, chasing. Get that money, pacing. Pace it, pace it.
So basically, I wrote the music, and then I paid a rapper to rap over it. And we weren't over. Well, I don't think it's going to win a Grammy. Put it like that. Black, what happened to Max in the end yesterday? No penalty for Max. No penalty for Max. What else have we got? Oh, what else have we got? Hang on a second. What else have we got? What's this one?
Sim racing is the recreation of real-world motorsport. But you already knew that, didn't ya? Subscribe! You're watching Kireth Car live on YouTube, a pro esports sim racer. Subscribe! Sit yourself back and relax, get involved with the chat knowing that all this content's now on your feed. Subscribe! Did you have any luck getting them subscribers? Oh, it's just the one subscriber actually. Subscribe, subscribe! Button, you know what I mean?
That always reminds me of another song, but I can't put my finger on it. What else we got? What else do we have? What else do we have? What's this one?
Welcome to the Kireth Car show. Get yourselves up, get ready for some races. Buckle up, tie your shoelaces. Looking at the regulars, hoping to see.
Anyway, we got loads of tunes. Frankly, we got too many. Frankly, I spent too much of my money on the tunes. Let's be the budget spent on the tunes was too high. Welcome, Hooked on Classics. Right, chat, there are just 10 minutes to go till the race. Welcome, 97 Bad Wolf. Yeah, so no penalties at the top of the grid. It was just penalties for Logan Sargent for the yellow flag. Somehow Logan Sargent managed to be the only driver to get a penalty amongst all that. Rebecca reporting lag in Southern Africa. Is that South Africa or Southern Africa? Let us know. Be a bit more specific, and we'll have an idea of the servers. Baz, how many have I made? I think I made about probably 30. I think I've got about 30 of them. Cool. I'm getting excited now. Max Verstappen is getting some last minute tips from his engineer. Less than 10 minutes to go. GP. They're not covering their mouth, so you could probably lip read it. And this is it Carlos Sainz pinning on the balaclava? No, it's Charles Leclerc pinning on the balaclava. So we're getting very, very, very close, everyone. Very close. Stefan says, in Italy, it's working again. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Lewis Hamilton's still got the sunglasses on. Bono giving him some last-minute advice. It's pretty cool having your own race engineer. Not that I'd know, but it must be pretty cool. CJ Yang says, Checo. Well, Sergio Perez, I have to say, is pretty handily poised in P5. Is he going to be a dog around here? Let's see. Charles Leclerc getting ready to jump in. He's got his helmet on. 7 minutes to go, everyone. 7 minutes to go. Funky beats, I think Matt's winning. Now, let me actually just start. Let's queue up the simulation here. Let's queue up the simulation, everyone. Peterborough 5 for Manchester. We're getting very close now. I think the question is going to be, in the long run down to turn 1, can the Ferraris as a team prevent Max Verstappen from overtaking them? Can they effectively do a blockade? Or will Max Verstappen just bide his time? Will it be too high risk for Max Verstappen to try and get through in the first corner? We'll see. Brenda says, I really hope Checo doesn't bottle it under pressure and do a Bottas. Well, yeah, what if Danny Ricciardo goes bowling? What if Ricciardo was to take out both of the Ferraris? Well. Now, let me just bear with me. Let me just set this up here. Neither just got the perfect situation to watch a race, chilling on the back porch with the racing TV, you on the headphones, and it's 47 degrees out. Is that Celsius? Because that is literally hotter than the face of the sun. Oh, goodness me. I need to just work out what this is to do. I have no idea. No idea what that means, but I've done it. Okay, fantastic. And let me just get through to this race. Yeah, no one touch anything on the YouTube side. We're just 5 minutes away now, so no one touch anything. Welcome Captain Nashnator in the house. Brenda says that would be glorious. What about Fernando Alonso? Will Fernando Alonso somehow drag the Aston Martin kicking and screaming into the points? We will see. Right. Let me save this here, everyone. And this is going to be our point. I need to sync all this up, obviously. Need to get it synced up. Beef and Bite says weather. It's very sunny out in Mexico right now. It's very sunny in Mexico. We've seen about 40-degree track temp last few days. I imagine it's similar today. Obviously, there was rain on the Friday at the end of FP2.
It's time for the final touches here on the grid.
Prime says hi, Kireth. Hello to the Red Bull family. And welcome to Raphael Valieve. Right, chat. Let me get this ready then. Final things done on this side. Hopefully the stream is going well for everyone. Hopefully. Right. Start. That's done. That's done there. Oh my goodness, the stadium section looks so good. It's absolutely packed. Remember, my tip is if you go to the Mexican Grand Prix, buy your ticket on the right, on the first seat on the right hand side of the stand on the inside of the stadium section. You'll see the cars deal with a very, very, very tricky corner. And you'll obviously also see inside the stadium as well. But I really love... Is there... In terms of, like, iconic sections of tracks in recent years, it's got to be right up there. Lisa Zara is excited. Right, chat, we are just 3 minutes away. Don't worry about the race simulation, see there. We're just 3 minutes away from getting underway on the formation lap. So if you don't mind, can we do a couple of things? Firstly, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you like the stream. Let me know who you think your top 3 is going to be. I'm going to be a bit of a romantic here. I think Charles Leclerc is going to get it done. I'm going to go Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, although I could be completely wrong. And also, please share the stream. The more we share the stream, maybe YouTube will notice. So feel free to share the stream and say, hey, YouTube, stop lagging the stream. We want to watch it. So there's a share button underneath. It really helps out the stream. When you hit that share button, honestly, every time we do it, the stream goes gangbusters. So please do it. And keep me updated on any lag issues that we have. George, my prediction is that Perez will go bowling into turn 1 and embarrass himself, his team and his nation in one ambitious move. Isabel Plug noting that Stroll will start off from the pit. Yes, he is. Tracy, where are the likes, everyone? Come on, everyone. Get those likes in. Noah Gunnell going Max, Lando, Checo. Angelo and Simbi saying Max, Lewis, Sainz. Lewis up there. Offbeat saying Max, Sainz, Checo. Simriti saying Leclerc, Sainz, Danny. Courtney says Jamaica loves the stream. Hello to Jamaica. Victoria Borokov going Leclerc, Verstappen, Piastri. Oh, I can see people sharing the stream and tagging me in it. Absolute pros. Thank you so much, everyone. It does make a huge difference when you share the stream. If you like what you're watching, just share the fun. That's it. Beef and Barley's liked and shared. Welcome Fuoku as well. Soup going Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton. Pranil going Max, Sainz, Perez. Tito Jesus de Souza is watching from Portugal. Welcome to Portugal. Vlaka going Leclerc, Ricardo, Hamilton. Kate is shared with the family. Nida Drift is calling the Ricardo win. Nida Drift is calling the Danny Rick win right now.
This is my pace.
Wow. Brendan saying 100 likes. Hit the thumb. Yeah, come on, chat. We can get to 1,000 likes in the stream. We can do it. Bolivian, will Stroll do what he did in Austin? Maybe. Let's see. CJ Yang going Max, Daniel Checo. Ash going Max, Carlos Checo. So a lot of people seeing Checo on the podium. Mina Warhane saying Max, Charles Lewis. Professor of Logic with a very illogical Lando, Sainz, Ricardo. My guy, Prof, have you seen where Lando is? And it looks like Lando's starting on the softs. Does that mean he's going for a 2-stop? Mohammed says love from Iran. Eric G7 on the Forza. I think there's space for both. Mark Johnson saying Checo on the podium. Yes, indeed. Tito Jesus de Souza saying Stream Portugal is okay on TV but not on the phone. Can you turn the sim? Chat, what do we think about the sim sounds? Do you want the sim sounds up or down? Let me know. Welcome Size X as well. Fresh from the gifted yesterday. Christopher just is retreated to the safety of 2 minutes behind. Okay. Hopefully keep testing it and hopefully we all get synced up. Lando on the softs. Yes, indeed. Lando on the softs. Right, everyone is on the grid. Daniel Ricciardo in P4. Max Verstappen in P3. And the front row, the smooth operator Carlos Sainz. And it's Charles Leclerc back on pole in a Ferrari at Mexico. The Tifosi love to see it. Mr. 180 says streaming. Okay, people want it down. People want it down. Okay. Let's get it down. Is that better, everyone? Is that better for everyone? Let me know. It's a community stream. We can do what we want. You can't go to Sky Sports and say, oi, Sky, turn that down. Seiji says, can you show us your screen for the real race? I'm showing you everything on my screen here, Seiji. Nida says, I think it's going to be chaos up front. Eric says, you going Barcelona? Well, I was at Barcelona last year. Sam's watching from Mongolia. Welcome to Sam in Mongolia. Tito Jesus de Souza is nervous. Evie, it's going to be a good race since you got the Ferrari shirt on. Chat, I think for good luck, I'm going to give up being a millionaire. I'm going to give up being a millionaire as the mechanics move away. The mechanics move away and the cars are about to start. I'm going to open this. This is the moment where I foolishly no longer become a millionaire. Okay? Chat, for good luck for the Tifosi. For good luck for the Tifosi. We'll have to get this signed. Oh, it's out of the box. We'll have to get this. How do I... It's stuck. Oh, it's screwdrivers. Okay, well now I've just ruined it. Chat, look. There's little Carlos and little Charles. Look, there's little Carlos and Charles. Look at my car. Oh, I could have been a millionaire. I could be on the beach right now. I could be living the life. Having cocktails. Chat, don't tell anyone I opened it. Don't tell... Look, I'm just going to close it. Don't tell anyone I opened it. Okay? It's our secret, okay? When this goes on eBay in 2043, I don't want anyone to say that I opened it. Because I didn't. Look, I didn't open it. It's not opened. I'll seal it. Isabel says, love you, Kireth, if it's Tifosi. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Tifosi. Right, the car's on the formation lap. What's gonna happen here, everyone? If you're new to the stream, welcome, firstly. Welcome along. Ah, it's longer than I...
Welcome to the Kireth Car channel.
I need a shorter version of that. Right, welcome to the stream. What's going to happen is the standings are going to go before what I can see. Because your standings are faster than what I can see. So, I'm going to call what I can see, okay? And then I'll resync up with you. Do we get that? So I'm going to call the visuals of what I can see. Right now, Charles Leclerc is going through the stadium section on the formation lap. So I'm just going to call what I can see. Okay? Just so we're clear. Welcome along, everyone, as well, by the way. Welcome to the 2023 Mexican Grand Prix as Daniel Ricciardo, the man who is only a Grand Prix in from recovering from a broken wrist, has come back with a vengeance. And he is going to be starting in P4. Welcome to Stevie B in the house, by the way. As Charles Leclerc rolls it in very, very, very slowly. Big opportunity here for Lewis Hamilton to eat into the lead of Sergio Perez, by the way. Professor's over 400,000 people at the venue. We love to see it. We love to see it. Right, the Ferraris are at the front of the grid. The Ferraris are at the front of the grid, everyone. Here we go. What is going to happen? There's a big queue around the back. I mean, it's a curved sort of grid here. So I'm going to call it as I see it, chat. I'm going to call it as I see it. As the Aston Martin Lance Stroll leaves the garage and the Aston Martin admin takes a video for her TikTok. And I'm just seeing a Williams come to the back of the grid there. That must be Logan Sargent. I'm going to call it as I see it, chat. I'm going to call it as I see it, as I always do. Right, the cars are all on the grid. The marshal at the back walks across the green flag. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Red lights go out and we're racing. Who's got a good start here? Sergio Perez seems to have got a good start. Oh, Max Verstappen goes between the Ferraris. Verstappen might end up in the lead of the Grand Prix by turn 1. I think he's done it. And Sergio Perez, it might be a Red Bull 1-2. Oh, there's a... Oh, no. God, no. Massive incident. Massive incident. Massive incident. Oh, my goodness me. It was Charles Leclerc somehow ended up in a Red Bull sandwich. Charles Leclerc's car's damaged, I think. It's a green flag. I thought it might be a safety car, but it's a green flag. Max Verstappen is in the lead of the Grand Prix. Sergio Perez tried to go round the outside of Charles Leclerc. It was a 3-in-1 situation. We saw Sergio Perez do something very stupid at Qatar in the sprint race, and I fear he might have done a similar thing here. Because Sergio Perez almost ended up flipping his car because Charles Leclerc was in the middle of a sandwich. But it was a phenomenal start by the Red Bulls. It was an unbelievable, but this is a disaster. If you're a fan of Max Verstappen not winning this Grand Prix, this is bad news. Because Charles Leclerc's front wing is damaged. He's got to come in and box for that end plate. In fact, I'm amazed he hasn't boxed already. I'm amazed Charles Leclerc hasn't boxed already. As lower down the grid, Lewis Hamilton, I think, has had a very good run, hasn't he? I think Lewis Hamilton's done well. Oh, my goodness me. Well, Sergio Perez is, I think, still in the pits. That might be damage to the floor because he went up like this in turn 1. I mean, the Red Bull's got such an incredible start. I think Sergio Perez is still in the pits. Deary me. Yeah, Sergio Perez in the pits. They changed the tyres, put him on the hard tyres. But I'm not sure they're able to release him. In fact, I think he might have front suspension broken. I don't think they can change the front white tyre. Is that it? No, I think it's done. I think it's done. Sergio Perez, you, sir, have made a big mess of that, I'm afraid. I think you've made a big mess of that. He's very frustrated in the car. But Sergio Perez, there was a whole race to go in front of your home fans. And you tried to effectively win it. My guy, you started this race in P5. I'm going to have a look here again what happened. I did call it. The first thing I called was that Sergio Perez has got a great start. So we managed to get ahead of Daniel Ricciardo almost immediately. And then as Charles Leclerc was defending from Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez thought, I'll go round the outside. Charles Leclerc was in the middle. And no, you know, it's a bit like the Hamilton-Russell situation at Qatar. But I'm going to watch it on board here from Sergio Perez. I'm literally on board with Perez. So you've got a great start. Gets ahead of Daniel Ricciardo early doors. Max Verstappen's already ahead of Carlos Sainz. So Verstappen's able to... Leclerc didn't defend enough. Perez thinks, I'll go around the outside. I'll make it a three-way. But Perez basically decides to go for the lead in the first corner. And it's big, big, big instant. He almost tips the car over. There must be damage to the floor. There must be damage to the floor there. Oh my goodness me. And I'm on board now with Charles Leclerc. What happened with Charles Leclerc? He was looking at the right-hand mirror. I think he didn't expect Verstappen to get such a good start. And it was sort of over for Leclerc before he knew it. So Verstappen's had one of the best starts of all time. Tino, I'm getting the live feed here. Oh my goodness, it was a huge incident. I'm surprised. Is Charles Leclerc still out on track? Charles Leclerc is still in P2. That is a huge incident. Yeah, bits. I mean, Sergio Perez goes about 5 feet up in the air. It's a really, potentially really big crash. And there's huge damage to his side pod. Yeah, he's still in the car, Sergio Perez. I think he's having a little cry. They are trying to fix the car in the garage. Maybe they just want to get him out on track. But is Sergio Perez washed? I don't know. Chat, let me know. Is Sergio Perez washed after that? Brendan says that was all on Perez. Professor saying turned in too early. Bebop, Perez, not enough chill. Kevin Maxim with the fast sector one. But yeah, Charles Leclerc has got big damage to his front wing. Is he just going to try and make it through to get his one-stop strategy? Lana Banana, why is Alonso P16? Just washed, mate. Just washed. Welcome to Lando Vestige. Doberman saying he's not keeping that seat anytime soon. That was not very good from Sergio Perez, to say the least. And if you are a neutral fan, I think we might have a Charles Leclerc train here. In fact, Sainz, Ricciardo, Hamilton, not really separated by that much. There's a VSC! There's a VSC out! Hang on a second! Why is there a VSC? Why is there a VSC? Is there debris on the track? Chat, VSC, virtual safety car. Get your yellow emojis out in the chat. Why is there a VSC out? Why is there a VSC? I didn't see any debris on the track. Oh, why is there a VSC? And Verstappen, is Verstappen acknowledging the VSC? Verstappen's pulled out a massive gain there. There is a little bit of debris. There is a bit of debris right on the, not the apex, but sort of on the corner in turn 1. It's a very fast corner. Someone will have been on the radio. Look how far back Alonso is, by the way. Stroll's only 2 positions behind Alonso. So we've got the... Why is Max Verstappen so far ahead? And surely Charles Leclerc has to pit now. Why does Charles Leclerc not pit? I mean, he's going to end up in traffic. Maybe that's why. But really big opportunity there for Charles Leclerc to pit. Offbeat says part of a car on track. Sergio Perez he's having a cry in the car. Sergio Perez is having a cry in the car. I'm having a look here at Lando Norris. Lando Norris on. It must be Fernando Alonso. On the inside. Did he hit the debris or something? No, it was just a pretty tidy move by Lando. Pretty tidy move. Bebop, this race is like multi-variable chaos. Yeah, it's green flag now. It's green flag. They've already got a marshal on the track, and the marshal's already cleaned it up. So Charles Leclerc, was that a big opportunity to pit, or were you just going to end up in big traffic? Difficult to say, but Charles Leclerc does not have that end plate on the front wing of his car.
In this lap. Safety car in this lap.
Yeah, it is a popcorn race, everyone. It is definitely a popcorn race, 100%. Duke says Verstappen on top as always. We will see. The gap right now is 1.9 seconds. We saw Lewis Hamilton really bring it to Max Verstappen in Austin. How will Charles Leclerc do as well? Keep an eye on the gap, 1.9 seconds. I feel like the gap's come down a little bit. I feel like the gap's come down. In fact, if you look at the Sector 1 time, both Ferraris were the faster Sector 1 than Max Verstappen. Welcome Michael de Blesser in the house. Lisa Zara is supporting McLaren. By the way, 2,000 people watching. Let's do a nations check right now. Let's do a nations check. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Where in the world are you watching from? Put your country in the chat. Let's see which country has the most F1 fans. Who's got the biggest support? Let me know. Let me know, chat. Nations check. Let's do it. Let's have a big old nations check. Addy Boy is from the Netherlands. Gnarly from USA. We've got Ash from Canada. Victoria, Germany. Mia from UJ. Matt Dewey from USA. Oh my good. Papa Smurf. Oh my goodness me. It's going very fast. Papa Smurf. Where's Papa Smurf from? From the Maldives. Logic from the US. Phantom from France. Duke from Turkey. Rudman from New Zealand. Mina from France, Michael Belgium, Vlaka Croatia, Carthy India, Eloy Turkey, Roy from Netherlands, China Netherlands, Polish guy UK, Dutch Lion from Netherlands, Paul from Quebec, Martin from the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands has won this one. Bisha from Guyana, JP van der Merwe from South Africa, Raymond from Trinidad, Joe Mercedes UK. Oh, the UK is coming strong though. Jess Stevens in it, Mr. Marshall from the UK. Alfie from England, Ria from Kenya, Oscar from Poland, Lana Banana Middle East. It's going very quick. This is the biggest nation check we've ever done. We've never done a bigger nation check than this. Nascaret from Germany. Chat, who's won this one? Scoos from Mars, Fuoco Italy, Scuderia, Bhutan from Portugal, Mince from Netherlands. Oh my goodness me. George was UK, Luna UK. It's going absolutely crazy in the chat. You let me know you think's won that. You let me know you think's won it. Aussie's watching from Mexico. Now, what is happening with the race? 2 seconds between Verstappen and Leclerc. And meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton is the fastest driver on track right now. Can Lewis Hamilton get past Daniel Ricciardo? He's got the slipstream here. If Lewis Hamilton gets past Ricciardo, will that Mercedes have the pace to challenge the Ferraris? Let's see. Hamilton's very close going into turn 1. Very, very, very close indeed. Chester Moore from Botswana, DMZ from Zimbabwe, Harry from Ukraine, Akshat from India, Gadji from India, RPM Montreal baby, Natasha from Netherlands. I felt Netherlands were looking pretty strong, but let me know if you disagree. Logan Sargent has got past Fernando Alonso. There we go. The GOAT. The GOAT has got past Fernando Alonso. We love to see it. Logan Sargent on the move. On the move is Logie Sarge. And meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton has really dropped off. Daniel Ricciardo there. Maybe he went for a move and it didn't quite work out. But it looks like Ricciardo is really going to struggle to keep Lewis Hamilton at bay. Oscar Piastri's in the mix as well. And Lando Norris. Oh, goodness me. Lando Norris, you reckon that car's got the pace to get past Nico Hulkenberg. But there's a Nico Hulkenberg train right now. Chat, all aboard the Nico Hulkenberg Express. Well, it's not an express. It's a commuter train, really. As there was another yellow flag briefly. It's now gone green flag again. But Nico Hulkenberg has got Pierre Gasly in a very slow Alpine behind him. This is bad news for Lando Norris. Jonathan from Ethiopia in the house. Mia says Lewis needs to pass now. Chap, if you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, you need hammer time right now. You need hammer time right now. Chai is saying Perez officially DNF. Perez officially DNF. Perez could be washed. James from Jamaica. Sam says at least 20 watching from Mongolia. Hello to everyone in Mongolia. Vides watching from Lithuania. Lithuania reporting as well. It's like Eurovision. Goodness me, and Hamilton was close again. There's a bit of a Daniel Ricciardo train appearing right now. So can Lewis Hamilton... It's a difficult track to overtake because if you can defend on the straight, can Lewis Hamilton get it done in the stadium? We'll see, but he seems to drop off from this part of the lap. 2.4 is the gap between Verstappen and Leclerc. I tell you what, considering the damage to Charles Leclerc's car, that's not as big as I expected, though. Verstappen does have the fastest sector of anybody. I wonder if Carlos Sainz is in the optimal position here to look after his tyres. Victoria wants hammer time. Angelo wants hammer time. C is Boston. Let's see. Bebop Hamilton, this is bad news for the standings. Oh! Who was that? Kevin Magnussen going very wide. What happened here? Was it... No, sorry. It was Yuki Tsunoda and the other AlphaTauri cutting across the grass there. What was Yuki Tsunoda up to? Battling with a Haas there. Must have been Kevin Magnussen. So almost damage on the restart there. And again, even though Verstappen, hang on a second. He's 4/10 quicker that time. Verstappen turns the screw a little bit that lap. He's trying to eke out a gap. Lewis Hamilton still can't get past Daniel Ricciardo. He might go for it here, though. He's close on this straight. Can he go? It's difficult to overtake. Hamilton, the car is running hot. Yeah, just don't open that. So Hamilton's really going for it. And he's overheating the cars. No worries, see, Denise says hammer time. Doberman 2024 Ricardo World Driver Championship, we will see. But can he defend from Lewis Hamilton? And Logan Sargent has got past Fernando Alonso. And next on Logan Sargent's radar will be Lando Norris. Peter's watching from Thailand. Ile, so sorry for Perez. OMG. Rike's watching from Kenya. Hopefully the stream is really working, everyone. George, is there a chance that Verstappen got damaged during this? I don't think Verstappen got damaged. Verstappen was well and truly up the inside. Addy Boy says hammer time. Surgeon says hammer time. Denise says hammer time. Let's keep the language clean, everyone. It's a family-friendly stream here. It's not super difficult. Lando Norris, meanwhile, is on the soft tyre. And Yuki Tsunoda. Did Yuki Tsunoda pit? Yuki Tsunoda pit. Lando, we must pull out to the right. Lando saying, yeah, I am doing it elsewhere. No one else doing it. It's just me. I think the cars might be running hot here. In the high altitude. Maybe not getting enough air in. And they're running hot. Are we going to see some retirements? Because Charles Leclerc, I don't know how that gap is sort of staying where it is when Verstappen seems to be doing absolutely blitzing laps. Hamilton gets past Ricciardo. Hamilton gets past everyone who said hammer time in the chat where your wishes have come true. Because Hamilton's got past Ricciardo. Now George Russell will want to get past Oscar Piastri. Still the Nico Hulkenberg train. And it was into turn one. Into turn one. Lewis Hamilton got it done. And Piastri was also defending hard from George Russell. So now keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. How much pace does the hamster have? We will see. Suikade is saying Tsunoda in big trouble. I don't know if it was a spin or a box. I suspect it was a box because he is now setting fast sectors and he's on a 1 minute 49. So Tsunoda decided to box early, get out of the traffic, and he's now got clean air. Is that going to precipitate some changes? We'll see. How soon can people pit to get onto the one stop? Welcome Sanjeev, Kylan, Brandon, Abza, Justina, Nokia and Izzy. Can we get this to 66,000 today? If you're watching and you're not subscribed and you like these watch-alongs, we do them every race. And in fact, I've live streamed every session of the Mexico Grand Prix live on this channel. So if you don't want to miss it, and if you also want to support the channel, tickle that number up, hit that subscribe button. It's free, but it means a lot. Welcome David Winrow from Germany. Now, Lewis Hamilton stretching his legs. Keep an eye on the lap times here. Keep an eye on the lap times. I wonder, are the Ferraris biding their time? And remember, if Verstappen does not quite eke out a free pit stop, as we were seeing at the first part of this season, the Ferraris can potentially keep a driver out there as traffic. We'll see. As Lando Norris decides to box. Well, I reckon we're going to see a lot of drivers in the Nico Hulkenberg train think, screw this, I'm going to box. Now, Norris was potentially on the two-stop strategy anyway, because he started on the soft tyre. So is Norris now going to do a one-stop? Is he still on the two-stop? I don't know. How long will the hards go? Why is Ocon at the back just not very good in this race? I don't know. Joe Mercedes noting Tsunoda's fast lap. Yes, indeed. So the fresh compound there from Tsunoda. And it looks like Lando needed to cover that off, because Tsunoda is lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker than the Nico Hulkenberg train. So who's going to go into the pits here? As it was Fernando Alonso, I think, just getting past Lance Stroll. I think it was Fernando Alonso getting... No, it was Alonso struggling to get past Lance Stroll, because Stroll is still ahead. Stroll is still ahead of Alonso. Fernando Alonso just can't deal with the legendary pace of Lance Stroll here, I have to say. The gap at the front is 3 seconds, although it's not opening out that significantly. Daniel Ricciardo's pace is still relatively competitive. It's faster than drivers behind. And look at people trying to get out of traffic of the Nico Hulkenberg train. Are Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda effectively undercutting people in that train? We will see. Live Track says Tsunoda wants a Perez seat. Mia says it's hammer time. Vlatka welcoming Ivan Bailey to community. Let us know in the chat if you're new to the stream as well. Let us know if you're new to the stream. Always good to know. And if you're a returning viewer. C says Checo got sacrificed. Welcome Ivan Bailey. Yes, welcome Ivan Bailey. From New Zealand, the home of Bruce McLaren. Yes, indeed. A country with very strong racing roots. Verstappen, watch the curb at turn 3 max. It's not helping you. Verstappen, yeah, but I'm trying to hit it correct. But our car is not very lovely over there. Max Verstappen's obviously very relaxed, engaging in the banter. Welcome NJ, David Gope, Ivan Bergat, Matt Wright, Michael Blackburn, Ray Kluwer, Fabian, Paul Southall as well. Welcome along, everyone. As a couple of things to keep an eye on. Firstly, how are Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda doing relative to the Hulkenberg train? Are they going to start undercutting people? Or is it too early for other people to go onto a one-stopper? And also, is anyone going to be brave with a pit stop at the front? What if Carlos Sainz was to pit now? Would he potentially be able to undercut Verstappen in a few laps? Put Verstappen under some some pressure strategy-wise? This is what you can do if you've got 2 cars at the front. If your drivers play ball, you can do some weird stuff. I remember that Charles Leclerc's strategy at Austin was basically torpedoed, so he won't want to be the sacrificial lamb here. Gowan's watching from Mexico. Very nice. Mark Johnson's eating love hearts. Blasting past there. And Dotti says, yeah, see, rooting for Danny today. Gordy Normington says, podium for Hamilton maybe. I think so. I've got to be honest. Have a look at the Hamilton pace compared to Carlos Sainz. It's looking pretty handy. But who's going to be next to box? And are Yuki Tsunoda and Lando Norris, have they basically committed to an unfavourable 2-stop? Because everyone in the Hulkenberg train is holding firm right now. No one has taken the bait. No one has taken the bait. Pranel is predicting that Max will get a 10-second lead by lap 20. Let's see. Obviously, if Max Verstappen gets a free pit stop, then, Verstappen's got a free pit stop to Hulkenberg already. So Verstappen can pit now and come out ahead of the Hulkenberg train. Someone like Lewis Hamilton can't do that yet. Eric saying Ferrari always bottle it. Welcome, Rooker Gaming. Angelo saying too risky to pit now in case of a safety car before lap 28. Well, we've already seen a VSC. Could we see a safety car as well? Remember, Charles Leclerc will probably need a wing change in his pit stop. So Charles Leclerc with a wing change, that would probably put him behind Carlos Sainz. So we could see some drama here at Ferrari. I don't think... I'd be amazed if it's not more beneficial for Charles Leclerc to get a new wing on that car. Just so we know, as I think I saw Alex Albon get past Guan Yu Zhou. So Alex Albon in the points now. And maybe Alex Albon is going to be the driver that can breach the Nico Hulkenberg trainer. But to be fair to Nico Hulkenberg and Pierre Gasly, they've eked out a gap. Leclerc saying we're going plan A. Plan A for Leclerc. Does that mean they're going to go long? What do we think, chat? Plan A for Leclerc. Addy boy, do we think Oscar will overtake Danny Yes, I do. Welcome, Kate. Hi, MC. Please tap the like button. Come on, chat. Come on. Please, we can get to 1,000 likes easily. We need to. We need to be better on the likes to compete here. Please, please, for me and the community, please do hit that like button. You can feel good about yourself. You can tap the like button and feel really, really, really good about yourself. That's the good thing about it. Right, 4.1 seconds is the gap between Verstappen and Leclerc. It's not massive, I have to say. Funky Monkey! Oh, look at Funky Monkey in the chat. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you watching. If you like the stream, slam that button. Funky Monkey knows. Kathleen is watching from Blackpool. Very nice. Hamilton, give us a balance check when you can. Balance is great, mate. Hamilton's feeling good in the car. Hamilton's really caught up with Carlos Sainz. Well, Mina says, don't mess up Ferrari. Kobeaver, is it possible Ferrari damage was actually faster? I mean, potentially, yes. It's on the right-hand side. The right-hand side end plate of the Ferrari is flapping away like a pigeon. Raymart, do you think Hamilton can make podium finish? I think Hamilton is odds on here to get P2, I have to say. I think Hamilton is odds on to get P2. Kate says, Funky Monkey, you legend. Yeah, for dangerous times, Ferrari are trying to do some strap. Deary me. Could it backfire? Hamilton's all over Carlos Sainz here. And does Charles Leclerc have enough of a margin to change his front wing and get out ahead of Sainz and Hamilton? Meanwhile, Fernando, Alonso, what is going wrong for Alonso and Aston Martin here? Look at them right at the back. I mean, they used to challenge at the front. Not anymore. Dale has Perez just handed the seat to Danny Rick, which brings Lawson back in the mix. Could be the case. Could be the case indeed. Fatma says, I don't think Hamilton will make it. Gordy says, P2 Hamilton for sure. Yes, indeed. Fuoco says Sainz is trying to remake Singapore GP strap. We will see. Golden, this is not looking good for Ferrari at all. It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good, but I think it is for Ferrari. You just don't know how much they're really looking after the tyres. Who's trying to get to that one-stop window? Maybe someone wants to go a little bit longer than one-stop window and come back on fresh tyres. I mean, Charles Leclerc's on a faster Sector 2 than Verstappen, but I think Sainz is in big trouble here. I think Sainz has really dropped off, so something's not going well for Carlos Sainz. For the smooth operator, welcome to James Lepena. Be he why he's saying, is it another Verstappen win? It looks like it. Pierre Gasly just cannot get past Nico Hulkenberg. It's a Nico Hulkenberg Express. Hamilton was on the radio again. T saying Hamilton will run out of floor at this rate. Well, hopefully they won't make that same mistake twice. Jeff's a Canadian watching from Texas. Very nice. McGowan says Hamilton. Hammer time. Denise says press that like button. Chat. Oh, we got up to 400, chat. Chat is a huge push. Come on, chat. We can get to 1,000 if you're watching. So many people have already committed and got us up to plus 400. That's huge. Duke, I'm just watching who's going to be second and third. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Mia, 54 laps still to go. Yes, indeed. There are still 54 laps of this race still to go. And what will happen if Lewis Hamilton gets past Carlos Sainz? Will Lewis Hamilton be able to unleash hammer time? Daniel Ricciardo still in the mix as well. Look at the difference between Yuki Tsunoda and Daniel Ricciardo. Big, big, big difference though. Yuki Tsunoda did start from the pits, taking those. Oh, sorry, from the back of the grid, taking those grid penalties. Nadi says great race. Bebot says MBR energy. If you know, you know. Chai says at 750 we get the sombrero on. Maybe we got a sombrero here, chat. We've got a sombrero and we've got the mustache that we tried already. Right, Lewis Hamilton is within the DRS of Carlos Sainz. Josie watching from London. Let us see. Fuoco saying Leclerc faster than Verstappen in Sector 1. Yes, by 0.2 no less. Can Hamilton get past Carlos Sainz and really force something here? Hamilton on the move. Hamilton on the move. Professor, that Haas is fast AF. Well, it's a lot faster than the Alpine, that's for sure. I mean, Esteban Ocon is down in P17. There's a lot of drivers here really not having a very good time of it, I have to say. Isabel Paflug saying if Hamilton isn't careful, he'll get a DNF due to overheating. Goosel saying Hamilton is a has-been. He's had it finish. Well, I think he disagrees with you here because he's really trying to stick it on Carlos Sainz. Very, very, very close, but we've got to worry about overheating and everything like that. Hamilton might be super close here, going down the DRS of the home straight this lap. But you're saying Leclerc investigation, not that I can see. unless it saw dangerous a black and a meatball flag. Verstappen, the tyres are giving up, mate. There's not much I can do. Verstappen saying the tyres are giving up. There's not much I can do. And that gap between Leclerc and Verstappen has stayed pretty steady. Yeah, Hamilton's going... Oh, Verstappen pits! Verstappen boxes! Does Leclerc cover him off? Here we go. Verstappen is going to come out behind George Russell. Come out ahead of the Hulkenberg train. Can Lewis Hamilton now get past Carlos Sainz? There's half a second in it. Is it going to be a big send from Hamilton coming into turn 1? Looks like it's 2 behind. So Verstappen getting the very late call to box there. And there we go. Verstappen is going to come out behind George Russell, right. So what do the Ferraris do? If you're Charles Leclerc, do you box now? Maybe Red Bull did a super late call, so Charles Leclerc could not cover them off. Chat, what do you do if you're Ferrari Strat? What do you do? Do you box Leclerc? Do you box Carlos Sainz here? And why is the Carlos Sainz place just not on it, as Hamilton is very close here? Hamilton's very close. I'm looking down the home straight. Hamilton, he kind of shaped a little bit. Ben Battistella, he probably could have absolutely launched one. Probably could have launched it. Lisa says boxed Carlos. Lisa says boxed Carlos. Right, let's see what's going to happen here. Who is going to be boxed on the Ferrari side? Bebot says Verstappen undercutting. We will see. We will see what happens there. It could be an undercut. Doberman, I think you're on your last warning from the mods there. The mods will just straight up time you out. We keep this clean in this chat. It's a family-friendly chat. There are lots of families watching. Funky says Verstappen was not happy. The Ferraris stay out. If you're Lewis Hamilton, do you just try and undercut Carlos Sainz here? Do you undercut Carlos Sainz? As Max Verstappen's on the move, but he might, depending how long other drivers go, Max Verstappen might find himself in some big traffic, potential big traffic here for Max Verstappen. Patty saying I was late, but happy race, everyone. Fuoco saying tyres drop around lap 20, then came back after in FP3. That's the advantage of watching all the practices. As Lewis Hamilton still cannot get past Carlos Sainz. And Verstappen, well, if he starts to hit traffic, maybe the Ferraris just want to stay out a little bit longer. I don't know. Welcome Alex Benitez, Roberto, The Bud, Ninja Dead, MB, and Hamza as well. Michael Darkwell watching from Ghana. Very nice. Are we going to see a Ferrari pit this lap? Are we going to see a Ferrari pit this lap? ACPW saying, is it stupid? No one boxed. Verstappen's just going to undercut everyone, or he's going to hit traffic. Now, what can Lewis Hamilton do here? Hamilton will be hoping surely that Carlos Sainz is going to be... Hamilton's very close. All over the gearbox of Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc does not pit. Charles Leclerc does not pit. Keep an eye on the lap times. The difference between the front three here and Verstappen. Now, what do you do if you're George Russell? Do you defend for your life and maybe give Hamilton an outside chance of doing something here at the top end? Verstappen's going to hit some traffic. You think Daniel Ricciardo is not going to present too much of an issue, but Danny Rick is definitely going to hit some traffic here. Oh, sorry, Verstappen's going to hit it. Oh no, he's got past Russell immediately. I say that. Russell's presented all of the defence of a chocolate teapot there. That is to say nothing. And Max Verstappen has already cleared him. So there's a big momentum shift here. Maybe the Ferraris were hoping that Verstappen would suffer with the traffic, but it hasn't happened. Has not happened at all. And Max Verstappen is lapping a second quicker, well, more than a second quicker than Carlos Sainz. Deary me. Isabel saying it's the Spanish Minister of Defence as Guan Yu Zhou jumps into the pits. A lot of people in the back of the pack here, leaving it late. So it must be Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda doing a two-stop. They must have committed to a two-stop there. Verstappen is 14 seconds behind Charles Leclerc. So he will end up about 6 seconds ahead when Leclerc pits. Is it going to be now for Leclerc? No, he isn't. He goes round again. Hamilton, meanwhile, is not even in DRS this time. Is Hamilton going to box and get out of this? No, he doesn't. He goes round again. What about Daniel Ricciardo? What sort of defence is Oscar Piastri going to offer? Look how quick that Red Bull is in a straight line. Is he going to get Piastri here immediately? Is he going to Oscar Piastri immediately into turn one? Keep an eye. Surely not. Yes, he has done. I think Verstappen has got past Oscar Piastri. That Red Bull is seriously quick in a straight line. I mean, back in the day, the Red Bull used to be a beast through the corners, but it wasn't as quick as a straight line. But here, Max Verstappen is he's eating into the gap of Charles Leclerc here quite significantly. I think Ferrari may just have Ferrari stratted this, you know. They might well have done well to cover off, unless Verstappen has pitted too early and he's going to pay for it later. As Logan Sargent pits. Has Verstappen pitted too early? Is Verstappen even potentially on a two-stop, chat? Could Verstappen be on a two-stop? Who knows? Who knows? Manolo says, are Red Bull testing new parts next season? Mia says, Ferrari dumb as usual. Gordy, Ferrari have just chucked the race away. Let's see what happens here. Does Leclerc pit? No, he doesn't. He keeps going. He's done a 1:23.8. Verstappen is a second a lap quicker. I don't think Daniel Ricciardo is going to put up that much defence as well. Lewis Hamilton's in the 24.2. I mean, Hamilton's inability to get past Carlos Sainz has really cost Mercedes. But similar with the poor defense by George Russell. Edo saying if they don't box Charles this lap, his tyres will burn. Angelo saying absolutely Verstappen will suffer. Hamza saying they'll keep Max out hard tyres to finish. Yeah, well, we'll see as Hulkenberg pits. So that's the end of the Nico Hulkenberg train. Kevin Maxson said both Haas in at the same time. They're going to stack that. They have to stack it. Haas is trying to double stack it. Interesting. Hope you pulled that one off, lads. Not super easy to do. Live chat saying that Verstappen is on a two-stop. So chat, do we think that Verstappen is on a two-stop race here? Could Verstappen be on a two-stop? I'm not sure. As Yuki Tsunoda has got past Alonso and Ocon. Alex Albon is in P9. But will Alex Albon now be forced into a pit stop here? I'm not sure. Could see a lot of pits in the midfield. Could see a lot of boxing in the midfield here. Charles Leclerc goes around again. Lewis Hamilton just outside the DRS of Carlos Sainz. Bebop loves a double stack. Offbeat saying Max is sure on a 2. Rory says Hamilton pits. Lewis Hamilton in the pits, everyone. As I need to sync this up here. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits. Wow, wow, wow. Hamilton in the pits, everyone. So, does that force... I mean, it might be textbook undercut here from Lewis Hamilton. Could be textbook undercut. Oh, is he going to get out of Gasly? Is he going to get out ahead of Gasly? I think so. So, Hamilton out ahead of Gasly. But look at the difference between Verstappen and Hamilton here. Deary me, that's a big one. Lisa Daniel chilling in his spot. Just giving up the position to Max Verstappen. Offbeat says Kireth Scuderia. Looking for some water here. Where's my water gone? Could do with a fresh bottle of water, for sure. Mia says Mercedes is going to mess up the pit stop. It looked like that cost him in Austin. It was a 2.5 second stop, everyone. It was a 2.5 second stop for Lewis Hamilton, which is not too bad. It's not a 2.9 or anything like that. So keep an eye on Hamilton. I reckon Carlos Sainz has to, unless on a very different strategy. I reckon Carlos Sainz needs to box right now. Carlos Sainz needs to box. What's he going to do? Are they going to Ferrari strat this? Carlos Sainz stays out. Ferrari, what are we doing? What are we doing, Ferrari? What is going on here? As Oscar Piastri pits, but Carlos Sainz decided not to. Matilda says, did Perez retire due to the accident? Yes, Perez did retire due to the accident. That was entirely of his own making. Oh my goodness me. Chat, can anyone explain why Ferrari haven't pitted there? Can anyone explain that? Because it looked like the Spanish Minister of Defence was able to hold off Lewis Hamilton, but he won't have the opportunity now. Carlos Sainz on the radio saying our best bet is to extend and go to optimal one stop. So I think the Ferraris think that Hamilton has boxed too early. Does that mean Verstappen's definitely on a two-stop, chat? Chat, does that mean Verstappen's definitely on a two-stop? All I'm going to say is, it is a Ferrari 1-2 right now. It is a Ferrari 1-2, and if there were to be a safety car, If there were to be a safety car, Ferrari would get a very cheap stop. Piastri's stop was a 3.3, very expensive. Plan F for Ferrari. Welcome Old Soul, John White, Andrew Snedden, I, Crimax, Alexi, Manolis, Gabriel Maria, and Skywalker as well. Chat, we might hit 66k. Come on. If you're watching and enjoying it, please. I know so many of you are, but if you're not, now's the time. We can get to 66k this weekend. Get us a step closer to doing these watch-alongs live in person. That's what we're going to do. Professor Logic says Ferrari are once again relying on the age-old strategy messing us up. Eli says they can't box one time in 71 laps. I think at one stop it can be done here. I think at what? There's 45 laps to go still, chat. Chat, there's still 45 laps to go. There's a lot of laps to go, everyone. As George Russell pits as well. So George Russell's pitted. He's going to come out of some horrendous traffic. Deary me. Mercedes have got that very badly wrong. Mercedes, what have you done there? That ain't the strategy. That ain't the strategy, I have to say. He's come out behind Piastri and Bottas there. So they were number 2. Was it a slow stop for George Russell? Let me see. It was a 2.6. It might have cost him a little bit. I'm not sure. Right, let's see if the Ferraris are going to pit this time. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton is now lapping faster than Max Verstappen. Welcome, German Kiwi. Good to have you on board. Lewis Hamilton lapping faster than Max Verstappen. Hugh Tran saying Mercedes have been doing bad in the last 2 to 3 years. Wow. Harsh words there. Neither of the Ferrari. Verstappen's going to be all over the back of Carlos Sainz, and that is a free pit stop, everyone. That is going to be a free... Daniel Ricciardo pits. So are we entering the one-stop strategy? Are Ferrari holding their nerve, chat? Chat, hold on. Are Ferrari holding their nerve? And is it going to pay big dividends at the end of the race? Is it going to pay big dividends? Look at someone like Pierre Gasly going very deep into the race here. So Ferrari... Look, if Verstappen's on a two-stop... Ferrari look like geniuses here. Ferrari look like geniuses. Welcome, Ali Burgess. In the house, a 24-month badge. Oh, chat. Chat, are Ferrari playing some 5D chess? Because what about Carlos Sainz now? Come on. Spanish Minister of Defense, everyone. Chat, get your Spain flags out. If you're a Tifosi, get your Spain flags out. We want to see Carlos Sainz. Don't you dare pit this lap. Don't you dare pit this lap. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. Carlos Sainz, can you defend against Max Verstappen? Can you defend against Max Verstappen? What do you got in the locker, mate? What do you got, Carlos Sainz? You're going to have to go defensive. You're going to have to go defensive. Verstappen's only 3/10 behind Carlos Sainz. He held Hamilton behind for so many laps. Is Verstappen going to get past? Verstappen is going to get past. The Spanish Ministry of Defense needs to look at its department budget there, because Max Verstappen made that look very easy. But amongst all of this, Charles Leclerc, with his broken front wing end plate, chat, with his broken front wing end plate, is looking pretty handy as Pierre Gasly pits. I'm very interested to see where Gasly's come out, because Gasly may have been undercut. Has Gasly been undercut by... Is it Nico Hulkenberg? Has Gasly been undercut by Hulkenberg? Let's see. Oh, Gasly... Well, Ocon and Alonso still to pit, but Hulkenberg gets past. Guan Yu Zhou might get past Pierre Gasly as well. It's going to be close on exit. Guan Yu Zhou, can he do it? Tyres up temperature. Looks like yes. Guan Yu Zhou has undercut Pierre Gasly there. And the Nico Hulkenberg train continues. For anyone who's got a ticket to the Nico Hulkenberg Express. Meanwhile, I was looking at George Russell getting past Alex Albon. That shows the traffic that George Russell managed to get himself into. Is Carlos Sainz going to box now? Could do. Is Carlos Sainz going to box now? No. Ferrari holding their nerve. Ferrari holding their nerve. Has Lando Norris... Yeah, Lando Norris is definitely on a two-stop though, chat. Chat, Lando Norris is definitely on a two-stop. 100%. Chat, we're not even halfway through this race. How many laps can you do with this lap? Leclerc says, for now, everything feels good and everything's under control. Charles Leclerc is going deep into this race. But Verstappen, fastest lap of the race, is a 1:22.2. It's 2.5 seconds quicker than Carlos Sainz. So something is not working for Carlos Sainz right now. Sergio Perez giving his interviews. He looks confused. Sergio Perez, 3 into 2 doesn't work, my friend. Charles Leclerc is going to get reeled in here by Verstappen as Fernando Alonso pits as well. What's the Hamilton pace? The Hamilton pace is not electric, but maybe Hamilton is on that 1-stop, needs to look after it, and maybe Verstappen is really committing to that 2-stop pace. Izzy Carter, how many laps in total? 71 laps in total, and there's still 42 to go, my friend. There's still 42 laps to go. 41 now as Charles Leclerc goes over the line, and Max Verstappen is a second and a bit quicker this time, so not quite as... Carlos Sainz pits! Carlos Sainz boxes everyone. Ferrari box, and they are going to go to the end here on the hard tyre for Carlos Sainz. Now here's Hamilton. Hamilton will have undercut Carlos Sainz, so there we go. So Ferrari have given up that track position now, but they reckon Hamilton's going to suffer later in the race, or could even be on 2-stop, I don't know. But if anyone's going to be on a 1-stop in this race, it's going to be Alex Albon. Well, Alex Albon and Ocon, by the way, started on the hard tyre. So they are definitely going deep. So keep an eye, chat. Given that we're 31 laps in, keep an eye on the Albon and Ocon pace. If you see the Albon and Ocon pace start to really drop off, that shows the sort of tyre life of the hard tyre. And we're only 31 laps into the race, and it looks like Carlos Sainz wants to try and do 41 on the hard tyre. 4,000 people watching, by the way. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a very good evening. Hope you're having a great evening or morning or wherever you are in the world. It's an exciting race here as the Aston Martin battle is going to continue between... Oh, Leclerc pits! Leclerc pits! Interesting that Sainz appeared to have priority there. So Verstappen will go ahead. Now, will Lewis Hamilton have gained significantly on Charles Leclerc here? Let's see. So the all-important gap here is, does Verstappen need to box again? Charles Leclerc on the move. Hamilton, I don't think is going to get past him. Oh my goodness me, this might be close. Nope, Leclerc's on the move. Leclerc's on the move. So it's a 16-second gap, chat. So this is the thing. As I'm going to have a look here, I'm just going to let you know what happened at the Charles Leclerc pits. He came in, what was it like? One of the earliest pit stalls. Stopped it on the marks. The hard tyre comes on. It looked like a quick stop, a tidy stop. It's a 2.4. So relatively tidy by Formula 1 standards. And it's a 17-second gap now between Leclerc and Verstappen. But, chat, if Verstappen is on a 1-stop, his tyres are going to be significantly older. Significantly older. Isabel Flug is nervous. How many more laps left? 40 laps to go. George, good point, George. They did not change the front wing on the Ferrari. They did not change the front wing. Meanwhile, Kevin Magnussen might have had an issue here. Did Kevin Magnussen have an issue on the last corner? Oh, he did indeed. He almost lost the back end. That was almost a safety car. He ran over the curb. He was almost on the grass. For Kevin Magnussen, so the man who hasn't had a lot of seat time in the car this weekend for reasons we've explained on the stream. He struggled there. Meanwhile, Guan Yu Zhou and it must be Esteban Ocon were fighting very, very hard there. Down in the midfield. Daniel Ricciardo is doing what he needs to do. Right, so here we are. Verstappen, 16.5. So have a look at the lap times between Leclerc and Verstappen. I think Verstappen may be on a 2-stop here. Hamilton, we have a long way to go in this race. Do you think I can make it on this tyre? Hamilton getting told every chance. But the thing is, Hamilton is 19 seconds behind. Oh, Max has stopped. Has Max stopped? Could be saved. Safety car is out. Disaster for Ferrari. They've just pitted. Verstappen's going to pit now. Disaster for Ferrari, everyone. Verstappen's going to get a cheap pit stop. It's disaster for Ferrari. Oh, no. Leclerc's on his outlap. No. Chat. It's disaster for Ferrari. There's a safety car. There's a safety car. Oh my goodness, big crash of Magnussen. Big crash. He's destroyed the back of that car. The car's smoking. He's shaking his hands. It's a big... The back of the car's like all melted. And Kevin Magnussen looks like he's in pain. He's crawled out of the car. And he's now sitting on the... he might have hurt himself here. K-Mag. We saw him, like I said, he lost the car on the last corner, went over the curb, and maybe just wasn't happy. Look, he wasn't in the car for FP1. Ollie Bierman was. He had a big issue in FP3, hardly did any practice. Safety car here, and like I predicted, Max Verstappen's pitted, and he's got a free pit stop, and like, you know. Yeah, so that's happened. That's happened. That said, it is pretty equal now between Leclerc and Verstappen because they're on the same tyre, so there's different ways of looking at it. Different ways of looking at it. I think, in reality, this actually might have worked out negatively for Verstappen because if Verstappen had eked out a free pit stop, now he's going to have to deal with a safety car restart, so I'm not sure. Yeah, Kevin Magnussen to me looked like he was hurt. The car's on fire now. The car is on fire. Oh my, no, the Tech Pro is absolutely there. This could be quite a long restart. The Tech Pro is not in a good condition. Max has got the helmet off. He's breathing heavily. He's obviously hit the barrier backwards. So he's probably lost the back end again. So he gets on the power here. He'd already struggled earlier this lap. Turned in on the right. Oh, very weird crash. That could be a mechanical issue. That's a very weird crash there. Unless he rode the... No, my goodness. The car turned... He turned right and the car went left. Kevin Magnussen turned right and the car went left. He was over the curb, but that was very unusual. It's a big crash for Kevin Magnussen. He gets out of the car quickly because it's on fire. His hands are hurting. Yeah, and the left rear brake assembly is all on fire there. Maybe. Well, Kevin Magnussen, you already had an issue there earlier on in the lap. And I think the Tech Pro is absolutely screwed here. I think this could be an issue with the Tech Pro. Red flag. Chat, red flag. It's a red flag. Chat, it's a red flag. Chat, get your red flags out. Chat, get your red emojis out. Get your red emojis out in the chat. It's a red flag situation. Chat, I want to see red in the chat here. This is a red flag situation. It's another big instant for a Haas. Chat, it's a red flag situation here. Can we get our red out in the chat? Yeah, it's already red flag. There we go. It's already red flag. What is going on here? So the drivers will come into the pit lane, presumably. The race has been neutralised. Oh, there we go. Yeah, red flag, just so we know. Well, Max didn't have an 80-second lead because Max was clearly on a two-stop. That's why they took the advantage there to box. But yeah, first and foremost, I hope Kevin Magnussen's okay. Because A, it was a big impact, and B, it looked like it wasn't his fault. So that we know there was an issue with that Haas in FP3. But Kevin Magnussen turned right into the chicane and the car just went left into the barrier. So if you saw Lance Stroll's impact at Qatar, or Singapore, sorry, it was Singapore, it's not too dissimilar, as the safety car is probably going to stop the cars in the pit lane. It's an AMG safety car for those of us keeping track. So the cars come to a stop, everyone, in the pit lane there. I'm not sure you get to change your tyres. And pretty much, I think, well, you can see here, Leclerc's gone onto some scrubbed hards, hasn't he? It looks like Leclerc's tyres have done 8 laps. But I'm not sure that's right, so we'll see. Maybe Leclerc didn't have a spare set of hard tyres. I think the driver that's really lost out here, by the way, is Esteban Ocon. Why Esteban Ocon did not pit, I don't know. Very French strategy going on there. Esteban Ocon, you've done about 84 laps on your tyres, mate. So Ocon is going to have to pit now. after the restart. I mean, madness. Mia says you're allowed to change tyres and red flags. I'm not sure. Can they change the front wing on the Ferrari? Will they want to? Max Verstappen gets out of the car. We'll go back to the garage. Daniel Ricciardo is out of the car, taking off his gloves. Struggling to take them off. Got some tight gloves there. Daniel with some big hands. In fact, he can't get his gloves. Let's help that man. But this is going to be all about the Tech Pro, everyone. It's going to be all about repairing that Tech Pro barrier. Which I think I can see the telltale sign of Tech Pro out on the circuit, which means that the barrier is being punctured. Yes, there's a lorry coming now with some spare Tech Pro sections. Oh, yeah, he's torn out that Tech Pro real good, but it's done its job. Incognito says Norris on fresh mediums, but will they last 37 laps? Well, we'll have to see. Right, the mechanics, not mechanics, but the people get to work here. I'm still going to make my video on what happens after a big crash in motorsport. I've got all the footage. And that Haas is well and truly screwed. Still smoking away, but they're puffing it away. Could barbecue some nice meats on that. George saying they can change wings. Is it possible for Leclerc to win now? Yes, it is. Bebop says yes, drivers are able to change their tyres while they're in the pit lane during a red flag period. They may also replace damaged front wings. Kevin Magnussen got out of that car pretty sharpish. Saw it was on fire. But yeah, did he get spat by the curb? Oh, no! Suspension failure on the way in. Chat, suspension failure on the way in for Kevin Magnussen. That is a mechanical error. Thank you so much, 0083, for the $2. Thank you so much, Zero. Can we send some emoji support to Zero for very generous $2 there? Yes, they can work on the cars under the red flag. There we go, coming in clutch. Zero with the knowledge and the $2 donation. Thank you so much, Zero. We appreciate it. We appreciate your support. But yes, they are sweeping up the Tech Pro. They're sweeping up the Tech Pro. They're going to replace the sections and get that certified before we can go racing again. He didn't lose the right rear. The suspension buckled on the left rear. Oh, look at the claps coming out here for Zero. We love to see it. Mia, if they do a standing start, Lewis might have a chance. Will they do a standing start here? I would love to see a standing start, I have to say. I think a standing start would be great. Offbeat, why say it's disaster for Scuderia? Because they just pitted. They just pitted, but in the end, I don't think it makes that much difference, does it? Because we're now going to have... Because a red flag, I don't think it makes too much difference. Actually, no, so it has made a difference, because if they hadn't pitted, Leclerc would still be in the race lead. So if Leclerc was still in the race lead and went into red flag, he'd change his tyres under red flag. Emma says Lewis is in a great position right now, still rooting for the Ferraris too. Christoph saying it'll be a standing start, but they get to repair the car. Yeah, it's a sprint race now. Yuki Tsunoda's out the car. I think some of the drivers might be a little bit shaken by that. Some work going up. I'm just going to restart the sim here. I'm just going to resynchronize the sim, because then we won't need to do it again. So bear with me. Just going to resynchronize this. Gordy says be a rolling start. Jacob says too late for a standing start. Well, what do we think? Scanty says Tsunoda gets to pit with no downside. And yeah, the Tech Pro is being... Oh, there's Tech Pro all over the shop, frankly. There's Tech Pro all over the shop. How quickly can you repair Tech Pro? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I suspect a lot of the cars were concerned... A lot of the drivers would be concerned about Magnussen being okay when they saw the rear end of that car just obliterated and on fire. But yeah, you know, I was racing today, for real. I was racing in wet conditions. And, you know, you got to have faith in your equipment. And as you'll see in my video... that I produced from the racing today, my kart in the last race had been in an accident, I could tell, and there was lots of mud around the front brake, and I had to desperately try and clear it on the formation laps. So I didn't want to go turn one lap on with a load of mud in my brake. So anything can happen like that. Offbeat, what microphone do you use? I'm using a Shure something. Finn says, what to Perez? Did someone hit his car? He kind of took out himself with Charles Leclerc. Danny Rick still P5. Yes, indeed. Danny Rick still P5. Harry says this will be the end results. Max 1, Hamilton 2. We'll see. Trashy Cow still hoping for Ferrari 1-2. Doman, I'm 30. I'm going 14 in April. Around then I'm going to start karting and race Mazdas. Well, I've raced Mazdas and karts. I'll say when you're racing Mazdas, just push it as hard as you possibly can in the braking zone, and you will really get to feel the car. So just as soon as possible, start pushing it to the limit and beyond in the braking zone in the Mazda, and let the car dance. Have a look at my Mazda racing videos as well, if you want to see me doing some real world racing. Liam liked the video. Thanks so much, Liam. Gordy, how are we doing for time? The Haas is still on fire, by the way. How are we doing for time? We're going to be fine for time. You can see we're going to be fine for time, as they are still repairing the Tech Pro. Unfortunately, the Lenovo advertising probably isn't going to go back on, so sorry, Lenovo. Welcome to Charles and Aki Gamers as well. Jack says usually a 50-minute delay for red flag. Joe says, I'm back. I've been put in a timeout. Joe, you got yourself timed out. Living life dangerously. Davina Jane says, Tsunoda 8th. That's great. I hope she gets the point rather than as usual 11th. Still I Ryan saying, AlphaTauri looking good. Lisa is Magnussen good. I haven't seen him now, but he was out of the car. He was sitting on the Tech Pro with his helmet off, but I think he was rattled. Blacker, welcome new subscribers. Great to have you here. Yes, indeed. AK, congratulations. Yes, come on, everyone. We can do it now. We can get this up to 66k. Nico Hulkenberg looks a bit stressed out. I mean, he might need to be assured that they've checked the suspension on his car, because the suspension broke on as Kevin Magnussen turned to the right, and you have all the load on the outside tyre. The suspension just gave way. The suspension just completely gave way. 550 likes. That's very high for us. That's legit for us. Wow. How long will the red flag take, Rook Gaming? I don't know. I'm not a magician, but I'll let you know when it's been tidied up. And are we going to do a grid start?
DRS enable.
Sura says hello. Yes, indeed. Wiggle Giraffe. I don't have F1 on my TV, so I watch this whole season. Top person, Wiggle Giraffe. Top Giraffe there. Watching like an absolute pro. Sura says, bro, huge fan from India. Good to see we got the fans in India. Nice. Race will resume at 3:13 local time. 10 minutes to go, everyone. Make yourself a cup of tea. Make yourself a cup of tea with some crunchy Yorkshire honey. I can recommend. Well, they've put the people under pressure there because they're still fixing the barrier. I did not see any info on whether we are going to get a grid start or a rolling start. I think we all want to see a grid start, don't we? Chat, let me know if you want to see a grid start or a rolling start. Do you want to see a grid start or a rolling start? Giga, we never hope for suspension brakes on any cars because it's very dangerous to the driver. And as a racing driver myself, I wouldn't wish that on anyone. In fact, as you'll see when I produce the video for my race today, there was a crash in my race, and you'll see me going past and just checking the driver's okay. Manola saying Team 1 is going to be spicy again. Judgmental's in Mexico now. Very nice. Timothy wants grid. Vladka wants grid. Ken is watching from Sweden. Judgmental wants grid. Liam grid. Devendra wants rolling. Golden's cooking Sunday dinner. Hookton wants grid. QB Herta wants grid. Asadi wants grid. Mia wants grid. Gordy doesn't think it's going to be grid. Matt wants a grid. Slab wants a grid for the lols. Cooper said they said grid start. Bert, rolling start for safety. Scanthy wants grid. Izzy wants grid. Harry wants rolling. George says grid hands down. Beef wants grid. Wiggle wants grid. Kenneth wants a grid. Mark wants a grid. Yolanda wants a grid. Danny wants a grid. Prana wants a grid. Tangy wants a grid. Jacob wishing for grid start, expecting rolling. Charles YT official. I just subscribe. What do you think of Checo's future in Red Bull after this disappointing race? Is this a nail on the coffin for Checo? It could be, yeah, it could be. Especially if Danny Rick is tearing it up. Danny Rick back to Red Bull. Danny Rick back to the Red Bull. We will see. Danny Ricciardo, can you return to the Red Bull, please? Danny Ricciardo to the Red Bull, thank you. Corey says grid, grid, grid. Grid, 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 grid. Grid, 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 grid. 600 likes, chat. You guys and girls are insane today. You guys and girls are on absolute madness. I love it. Gordon says, no grid, I want ice cream. Whatever floats your boat. So I've been watching your videos from the beginning like an absolute pro. Ingesting that good quality content. Gnarly blames Leclerc. Kurt says, whoop whoop explosion. Tom says, come on the honey badger. Chat! Let me know your predictions for the top 3 and the finish of this race. It's interesting, isn't it? By the way, how is Lewis Hamilton? Seems to be ahead of Carlos Sainz. Did I miss that? Yeah, because Carlos Sainz's weird strategy is not going to pay dividends. And it might be a question now of who's got the spare set of tyres. We were talking in FP3 how Red Bull looked like they weren't even going to come out on track. Who's got the spare sets of tyres here? Can you get to the end from here on mediums? Is someone going to switch onto a fresh set of mediums? But while it says Max Hamilton, Ricciardo, Kate, Max Hamilton, Sainz. MZ's losing beauty sleep over this. George, I called Perez's desperation for the race to get a prize. Here, get prize. Order for restart. 1:16:44. That's what we got. 55 Carlos Sainz. 3 Daniel Ricciardo. 81 Piastri. 63 George Russell. 22 Yuki Tsunoda. 4 Lando Norris up in P. So Lando Norris is going to be ahead of Nico Hulkenberg. So Lando Norris ahead of Nico Hulkenberg, even though he's done about 1 billion stops in this race. Papa Smurf says Kireth for P1. Well, let's keep doing what we can do. Let's keep doing what we can do, everyone. Shark says grid, grid, grid. Grid, 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 grid. 6 minutes to go till we get this thing underway again. Anchi, Max, Leclerc, Hamilton, Moisty 2. Norris, Piastri, Hamilton, Noah, Lewis, Matt, Yuki. Offbeat wants a standing start. Stevie B wants a grid for excitement purposes. Vlak says no spamming, please. Thank you. See, Vlak has asked politely. She's asked politely. It's a polite warning. Dale says, who else races besides me? Yeah, who else in chat is a real world racing driver? Or does racing? Or sim racing? Who gets that buzz? Minolia is saying Piastri can cook now. Let him cook. George, Leclerc, Verstappen, Hamilton, Raymond. Raymond from Trinidad having his punching and sweeps on the rock. Raymond, you are living the life, my friend. You're living the life. Is it a nice day over in Trinidad? Jack's Ferrari radio standing start. I'm plugged into the Ferrari radio here. Just hearing them. Yeah, Ferrari radio confirming it's going to be a standing start. That's what I'm getting. Lucia does BMX racing. Very nice. Spam is nice. I mean, Spam is an underrated meal, honestly. Spam is at least 92% meat, it says on my tin. Welcome BJ and Tom Eaton. Scoting, I hope K-Mag is okay. Yeah, I hope so too. Offbeat saying no, it is a standing start. Oh, well, okay. Is Max Verstappen going to come under pressure this time around? Kenneth does sim acing. Gnarly, I was hoping Bottas would get a podium. Well, not too late. Scuderia. Yes, indeed. So, chat, we are not even... Well, we're pretty much, actually, to be fair. We're pretty much halfway through this race, chat. We're pretty much halfway through this race. So, yeah. We're pretty much halfway through. Pushpa saying there's 36 more laps. Tanvi does karting. Shark, I still can't believe I'm a member. Thanks, Gnemby. Oh, my garden's underwater stream is great. And do we know if the baby came? Chat, can we get back to Shark on that? Sorry to hear about the garden underwater, though. Papa Smurf Hearts, I do like a bit of spam. I'll be honest. Guilty pleasure of mine. Although I don't like the small spam tins. You got to have a proper spam tin. Mia says mediums could be an option. A lot of the drivers have the tyre warmers on right now, so we will see, especially in a grid start. Lewis Hamilton's got his eyes wide open. He looks wired here. Lewis Hamilton looks wired and ready to go. Big opportunity to eat into Sergio Perez in the championship. Valtteri Bottas looks much more chilled out. Old VB's got a moustache on his helmet. Zifa, what's going on? Papa Smurf, can you do the quote of the day? The quote of the day, everyone. The quote of the day is... The quote of the day is going to be very profound. It's going to be very profound. The quote of chat, the quote of the day. The quote of the day is not about how many overtakes you do in life. It's how many times you get overtaken and you still keep driving. Chat, that's the quote of the day for you there. Very, very, very profound. Very profound. Ken Hammer Time. Sirius says, to be honest, best channel for F1. Yes, indeed. And watch this space for next season. Watch this space. Offbeat is predicting Sainz to be on the podium. Matilda, who is the best helmet on the grid for this circuit? I do like Esteban Ocon's red helmet. Right, there's some issue going on with Lewis Hamilton's straps here. His harness. Some issue, or they're plugging him into the radio. Maybe he's got an issue with his radio. So Lewis Hamilton might be without radio here. In fact, they might be doing some sort of backup radio for him. Yeah, is that some sort of backup radio for Hamilton or something? But they're leaving it very late, considering we're meant to be going in 2 minutes. I hope Mercedes aren't holding up everyone here. I wonder if Mercedes might be at risk of getting a penalty. It is going to be standing start procedure. Now they're trying to get the headrest in for Mercedes. There's a lot of panic, by the way, in the car of Lewis Hamilton. A lot of panic as the Mercedes engineer is trying to hide the camera with an umbrella. Judgment says, knock him out. Dave, just trying to say, awesome content, mate. Welcome, Dave. There's so much content for you. Oh, there's a man with a turkey hat that moves. If you like your racing content, there's so much on the channel. There's so just honestly, just browse the channel. Go through the latest videos. Just see what takes your fancy. There's so much stuff. Whether you get Greg's sausage roll, I do love a Greg's sausage roll, and I do love a Greg's chicken bake as well. Although I always feel bad after a chicken bake. Sometimes I go to Greg's to get a sausage bat, but they always drop my sausages. They always drop them, and then they put them in the BAP anyway, and after we eat, I'm like, ugh. Dale Shrub is a proud member of the Sir Michael MBR division of Kireth Incorporated. Yes, indeed. Medium tyres for George Russell, everyone. Medium tyres I spy on George Russell's Mercedes. So, is it going to be mediums across the board? Thanks, Simon. Appreciate it. And C, keeping an eye on the like front. Can we get to 1K? Scotty, do you think Ricciardo can pull the upset finish? We'll see. Gordy saying there's going to be a crash in the restart. Right, well, we're all set to go. It's going to be a standing start or a restart. Larissa says, go Hamilton. Let us know, chat, who are you supporting here? Kenneth says, lots of mediums. I think Verstappen's on the mediums as well. But who's on fresh mediums? Who's on scrubbed? All cars will overtake the safety car here, which is at the end of the pit lane. And they will... No, so I said all cars. Or did they mean any cars may overtake the safety car? Is all the same as any? What do we think, chat? Size X says hammer time. Kate's got the bacon out. Offbeat, my pick was Albon and P10, Ricardo, P6, Carlos on podium. Do we think it's going to hit? I'm not sure. Dave, your voice is perfect for an F1 commentator. Very nice, indeed. We're just cosplaying. You'd never see an F1 commentator in a Ferrari shirt. You just wouldn't see it. It just wouldn't happen. Marin says all is required, any is optional. Sura says, trust me, Ferrari is going to disappoint. Cooper Hamilton, the mediums too. Let's see. Let's see. Tony Patterson finally managed to find a live stream, and Yorma coming. Tony Patterson, where have you been all this time, Tony? Where have you been over the last few years, my friend? So, standing start procedure. It's going to be the usual, chat. It's going to be the usual. I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm going to call it as I see it. So I'm going to be delayed in what you're going to see in the standings, but I want to call it visually, and then I'll catch up. I know what I'm doing. Someone will come in chat and say, oh, you're behind the standings. I know. Just relax. It's not my first rodeo here. I'm going to call it as I see it. And I see right now Max Verstappen coming through the stadium, and he's on the hard tyre. Max is on the hard tyre, so a difference of opinion here. The Mercedes looked like they were pretty good on deck, and the Ferraris as well, but Verstappen is on the hards. Leclerc's on the hards. Hamilton's gambled. Hamilton is the only driver in the top 5 on the mediums. So Hamilton's done a big old gamble here to get to the end. Oh, rolling that dice is Lewis Hamilton. Tony Patterson, my fiance got me into F1. Very nice. Good job to fiance. Did your fiance have a like to give the stream as well? Is K-Max Garson on track? No, it isn't. It's been pulled behind. That'll be pretty laissez-faire to race with half of Kevin Magnussen's burnt car. Still on the track. That'll be BTCC style. Offbeat confirming that Magnussen is fire. Alexi saying hard tyre, it's hard to be on. Have Mercedes messed this up, everyone? Have Mercedes messed this up? Right. I'm going to call it as I see it. Fernando Alonso is in last place in this race, and he's going to be the last driver to come around. I'm going to call it as I see it, everyone. I'm going to call it as I see it. Okay, let me get a swig of water here. I'm going to call it as I see it. Are we ready for this race to get... We're only halfway through. It's half of the race still to go. Love it. Chris was incredible. Going to be slow to get the heart switched on. Is it 5D chess from Sir Lewis Hamilton? So, Fernando Alonso pulls up into his grid slot. We go racing here. It is 1 red light, 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Lights go out. It's a good start from Max Verstappen. It's a lightning start. It's a great start from Sir Lewis Hamilton as well. He's going to try and go. Oh, there's cars on the grass. Hamilton gets boxed in. It's absolute carnage behind. It's very, very, very close. Hamilton's weaving around. He's going to try and go up the inside. He might get cut up. Might be contact. No, they all make it through. So it's Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. Hamilton, I think he had a good start, but he must have messed that up. They're side by side behind. It's George Russell's in 5th place. So, and oh no, Logan Sargent goes all the way down, I think. I think it's disaster for Sargent, as Oscar Piastri is trying to keep his P7. Daniel Ricciardo is in danger of getting swallowed up here. But yeah, it was Lewis Hamilton who looked like he could have done something big there, but he just sort of got boxed in. And he tried to go inside, tried to go outside, couldn't get there. Guan Yu Zhou, I think, may have lost out and all that. Fernando Alonso is in 17th place out of 18 runners. Logan Sargent being that driver in P18. So we go through. Can Lewis Hamilton on those medium tyres get past Charles Leclerc here and potentially eat into Max Verstappen? We saw Lewis Hamilton really struggle to get past the Ferrari Carlos Sainz early on in the race. Well, the race was neutralised after the devastating crash to Kevin Magnussen. That was a car failure, by the way. And now it's deja vu with Lewis Hamilton really trying to get past the Ferrari this time of Charles Leclerc. And I wonder if Carlos Sainz is just really not on it today, or there's some issue with the setup, because I feel like we're going to see a Carlos Sainz train here potentially. Now keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. DRS might be open this lap. We will see. We'll get a big slipstream as well down the home straight. So what can Lewis Hamilton do versus Charles Leclerc? Welcome to the new subscribers. Yes, indeed. George Sargent must have heard your quote of the day. Yes. Charles watching from the Philippines, been up since 4 a.m. Big fans in the Philippines here. So keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton down the home straight. How far? He's only half a second behind Charles Leclerc, but he won't have DRS, I believe. I'm looking at the start. He got boxed in by the Ferrari. Carlos Sainz went off track. And then Daniel Ricciardo was almost on the grass as well. It all kicked off behind, and Hamilton went for a very late move. Didn't really come off there. I think Yuki Tsunoda, by the way, up to P8. It had a magnificent start. Lewis Hamilton was not able to get past there, but he's only 3/10 behind. Can Hamilton do it? Maybe he's on the medium tyres. They're not going to last long. Lando and Norris got absolutely swamped there at the start. It was a terrible start for Lando. Just went backwards and backwards and backwards. I've been there in racing. In fact, I was there a couple of weeks ago in my racing. We had a terrible start. If you see my video in the Mazdas. What happened to Lando? Just a really bad start for Monsieur Norris. Lorento, hello from Croatia. Ragnar Sura, stop spamming. He won't read your message if you spam yet because the mods, they hide it from me. I can't read it if you spam. Just don't spam and then it comes up for me. Grandad Andy enjoying a big bowl of cornflakes with ice cold milk like a pro level cereal setup. That Lewis Hamilton, surely DRS will be activated now. Charles Leclerc won't have any. This is absolutely critical for the race. We do want to see, I think, Lewis Hamilton in clear air here. He's 6/10 behind. Is it too far behind? Lewis Hamilton, will he need to do a big old send? 4/10 is the gap now. Lewis Hamilton with a big one. No, can't quite get it done. So Lewis Hamilton needs to really think about what he's going to do here. And George Russell, look, the Carlos Sainz train I predicted is really happening now. Well, I can see with Warhawk, Harris more of a frosted flakes person. It's got to be all about the shredded wheat, frosted ones, hasn't it? Frosted shredded shreddies or something? What are they? I don't know what they are. Max 2 seconds. Oh, Fizril with the Australian $2. Thank you so much for the donation, Fizril. The Australian 2. Go, Danny Ricciardo. So Fizril sending support from down under. Please spend out those emojis for Fizril with the Australian $2. Much appreciated, Fizril. Let's see if your man Danny Rick can maybe get on the back of the Carlos Sainz train here. We will see. Isabel Faflug saying charge is quite fast now. Ryan, let Verstappen cut. Well, can Lewis Hamilton get past Charles Leclerc on the medium tyre? Or is he just looking after the tyres? I don't know. B-he-y, he's saying came back crying. Alex saying Ricciardo, most annoying driver. Fanatical Yuki making moves. Yuki made the moves on the start. He had a really good start. In fact, you almost overtook Daniel Ricciardo into turn 1. Lewis Hamilton, this time it's only 2/10 is the gap. It's only 2/10 is the gap. Keep an eye on Lewis Hamilton. It might happen. I think Hamilton's got it done. I think Hamilton's got it done into turn 1. Wow. Okay. So Lewis Hamilton has been released. Right. If you're a Lewis Hamilton fan, chat, you need to get your hammers out. Were you here for the stream last week where Lewis Hamilton was really closing on Max Verstappen? Chat, get your hammers out if you're supporting Lewis Hamilton. Lucas from Nottingham loves the stream. Good to have some people in from Shottingham in the house. V-Neck is, yes, the president and founder of the Hamster Fanboy Association. V-Neck will be hoping that Hamilton can get this done. Bebop Cowboy has just gifted 5 memberships. Bebop Cowboy, thank you so much for the gifted. Uday Pandit, Tom Moss, Colin McCready. Who else has got it? Rahaja and iPan getting the gifted membership. Chat, can we send out some emojis there? Some big claps for Bebop. Send some big emojis for Bebop. C says go Bebop. Vlad has got the claps. Look at that. We've got some new members in there. Thank you so much, Bebop Cowboy, for the 5 gifted memberships. Much appreciated. And the new subs. Right, what can Lewis Hamilton do? I tell you what, there's only 2/10 in it. There's only 2/10 in it. It might be hammer time now. Lewis Hamilton did the overtake. He was almost on the grass on the inside. He was almost on the grass getting that done. Keep an eye on the sector times. Verstappen, depending. Oh, it's another $2 donation from Ray Diaz. Thank you so much, Ray Diaz. Your first ever super chat on a live stream. Ray Diaz, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much for the $2. Wow, the support in the chat is absolutely unbelievable. I don't think we've had this many different donators in a stream ever. Look at the claps coming out from Ray Diaz. Love to see it. Thanks so much, Ray. Bebop, everyone who's donated. You guys and girls, you're adding to the vibe. And I tell you, he's adding to the track here. It's Lewis Hamilton. He basically matches Verstappen through Sector 1. Oh, Fizril with another Australian $2. If Danny Rick gets a podium, I'll donate $20. Well, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. But we never know. Fizril, we're hoping Danny Ricciardo gets a good result here because he hasn't scored any World Championship points here this season. But this could be the race. This could be the race. And Yuki Tsunoda, by the way, he might be driver of the day. He might be driver of the day. Right, Lewis Hamilton, what are we going to see re-lap times here? Oh, no, that's not gone well for the hamster. He's lost half a second that lap as Verstappen turns the screw. Verstappen turns the screw. Surya 3M at midnight and still watching your channel. We appreciate you, Surya. Joe, if Ricky gets in the points, I will start donating. Wow. Well, we'll see about that. Lando Norris, what did Lando Norris do? He did a move on, it must have been Guan Yu Zhou. No, it was actually Bottas. So Lando, by the way, I don't think I've seen any overtakes in this race that haven't been into turn 1. Just want to let you know, all the overtakes been into turn 1. Now, is Lewis Hamilton going to come under pressure from Charles Leclerc here? Keep an eye on the lap times. In fact, yes, Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz with faster sector 1s than both Verstappen and Hamilton. So the Ferrari's on the move, everyone. Hamilton saying it's going to be a tough stint. It is going to be a tough stint for Hamilton. He's going to come under attack, I think. Isabel saying the mediums were not a good call. Troy Russell is a pretender, as a few fighters would say. Russell is in there, but Daniel Ricciardo is putting on the pressure, I have to say. So keep an eye on that Ferrari pace. Although Sector 2, Verstappen is just absolutely king. Any radio talk for Ferrari? Not yet. Smeet says Forza Ferrari. AK says love from Kashmir. Alexi Shinoda was doing fast up and hards while everyone was on medium. Mercedes are morons. Alexi not impressed with the Mercedes strat. Devendra saying hammer time will end up P4. Wow, let's see. Operandi saying hammer time though. Sanders says we're going to 700 likes. We've never been that high. Right, what's going to happen here? Because it's Russell on the mediums as well. Hamilton, I think Hamilton was just saying we're on the wrong tyre here, everyone. We're on the wrong. We messed this up. Fizreal, welcome to Ultra Legend, everyone. Fizreal coming in at Ultra Legend. Thank you so much, chat. Can we get the claps out again for Fizreal, the man who wants to see Danny Rick on the podium? Well, if Hamilton's made a really big error here, and I think if George Russell's also on the mediums. I tell you what, Danny Rick could actually get this done. We'll see 700 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. Absolutely huge here. There are still 29 laps to go of the Mexican GP 2023. C saying doing amazing on lights. Yes, indeed. George saying Mercedes tyres will be nursed to make the end. I mean, they went bold. Went big or go home, and they went big here for sure. Although you said the hards aren't exactly working for Leclerc compared to Verstappen, are they? Massia says, who is Team Papaya? Who is Team Papaya? Let's see. Chat, come on, we're so close now. We have to hit 66k. We have to. That is the subscriber number. You need to subscribe. I need to expand that, chat. We need. If you're not, we just need to get that number up. We need to. Come on, that's subscribers. We got to do it. We got to get this dub. Right, Hamilton again, pretty set, but the Ferraris are looking good through sector 1, straight line speed. The Ferraris are looking good in sector 1 here, and I think George Russell is getting a pretty nice toe. Evie's a Papaya fan, Sarah's a Papaya fan, Lisa's a Papaya fan, Tanjim a Papaya fan. Oh, look at them go! Look at them go! Oh, whoa! Look at this madness! It's still going! It's still going! Look at it! You tickle the numbers and they go up. You just tickle them. You just tickle the numbers. Chat, you're all heroes. Everyone who's subscribed. Look at this. Everyone subscribed to this channel is a hero. This is a community stream, unsponsored stream. We can say whatever we like here. Formula 1 is way too expensive and pricing out regular fans. Leclerc, we believe that in about 5 laps, hard tyre will be faster than the mediums. We're going to hit the crossover. So Ferrari think the crossover is in 5 laps. Welcome Ranald, Goose, TJ, George, James, Fatima, Amelie and Bin Hong as well. Great to have Bin Hong in the stream. Kinzel's in Tampa. No worries, Greg Major. Thank you as well. But yeah, have Mercedes blundered this, frankly? Have they done a big blunder? It could be the case. Mercedes might have messed this up. Isabel Paflux thinks we can reach 1,000 subs. If you can do that, 1,000 likes, you can do that. That's very impressive. Oh my goodness, we're going to do it. 1912, 1913, 1914. Anyone? Going once. Anyone from 1914? 1914. There we go. 1915. So Hamilton, keep an eye on the Hamilton title. There would take only 5 seconds behind Verstappen. And what if we see another safety car, which will basically, maybe Hamilton can get his tyres back in the window again. As Lando Norris just got past Pierre Gasly, so Norris really on the move here. Norris a man on a mission here. Mercedes Racing needs to get the boot too many times. Kenneth says hit the like button. Welcome Jason, new subscriber. I know Hamilton did great on the mediums. Okay, so Jason thinks it's a good strat there from Mercedes. Right, so who unsubscribed? Who would do such a thing? How many laps left? There are 26 laps to go. 26 laps to go. Chat, tell me a fact from every year. 1928. Are we in the Great Depression? Are we? We're going backwards. We're just reversing a little bit. 1920. You know, I like 1926. That was a good year for me. That was a good year. Hamilton 5.3 off, really matching Max Verstappen through Sector 1 there. Isabel Paflug think Hamilton might pit if there's another safety car. If there's another safety car, someone might want to think about how long can I go on the softs and be on a really nice tyre. For Woko, might Verstappen using tyres maybe. Fitzreal, another Australian too. What's your 3 least favourite teams? Oh, dearie me, difficult question. My 3 least favourite teams. Oh, that's a tough one. I don't really have least favourite teams, I've got to be honest with you. I don't really have them. I'm trying to think, like, who's a team I don't like? Okay, my least favourite team is Tottenham, Chelsea, and Stoke City. Never really liked Stoke the way they played. There's my 3. Danielle, welcome from New Caledonia. Welcome along, everyone. 4,000 people watching. So we're keeping an eye on the situation here. By the way, if there is another safety car, Verstappen he's gone through 4 sets already of tyres. That's Lando Norris. Oh my goodness me, what a move from Lando. Or is he going to be in trouble? Lando Norris got past Esteban Ocon there, but almost took out Nico Hulkenberg ahead of him. And in fact, was Esteban Ocon, was there contact there? There may have been contact between Norris and Ocon. So if I was Ocon, I'd be on the radio saying, Norris got past me with contact. So Norris definitely on the move, but might be in trouble there. We will see. We will see. But Norris has got past Hulkenberg now. So Norris is on an absolute mad one. Norris really on the move now. Norris could get very close to Piastri in this race, actually. My least favourite team is the one that doesn't follow me. Oh, Stephen Warhawk Harris with your first donation on the live stream. Thanks so much, Stephen Warhawk Harris. We love people who have a nickname. And Stephen Warhawk Harris is no exception. Thank you so much, Stephen Warhawk Harris, for the $2 donation. Look at the love come in the chat there. Let's get some claps out for the Warhawk. Thank you so much, Stephen, and everyone else who's donated. Absolutely legendary support. It's just a community stream here. It means a lot. But I'm having a look. Is Lewis Hamilton eking out enough of a gap that he'll be able to manage when the medium tyres go off? We will see. Fanatical saying Norris is flying. Yeah, Norris. Is he going to get past Alex Albon here? Norris is really... I mean, Norris is lapping a second quicker than Albon. And he's only about a second behind. So you can do the maths there. Marine and those people who own shirts from multiple teams. Who would wear shirts from multiple teams? Who would possibly do that? Lisa says, pass Albon. Lisa has delivered the instruction, everyone. And Lucy says, Lando for the points. Well, Lando is in the points now. 6.7 is the gap at the top. Verstappen seems to be eking out about a half second each lap. Fuoka says, is Verstappen pushing too much and not managing? That could be the case. That could be the case. What's that? It must have been a non-turn 1 overtake because Norris got that done before Alonso pits. Why has Fernando Alonso pitted? Has Alonso got nothing? Why is Alonso... No, he's been in the pits for a while. I think it might be a retirement there for Alonso. I wonder if Alonso was in last place and has just pulled a strop here and pulled it into the pits. I wonder if Alonso's just given up. I don't want to call it too early, but that might be what has just happened. As Lando Norris is going to be all over Alex Albon down the straight, I believe. Fernando Alonso, yes, he's retired. The mechanics look a bit surprised. I wonder... Oh, Fizril with the Australian $10. Fizril, the Australian 10. Got to go off the 2 lots. What's your top 3 reams in F1? Top 3 teams, Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari. I think it's got to be Red Bull, Ferrari, but then it's between McLaren and Mercedes. As oh my god, contact! Oh, big contact between Yuki Tsunoda and Lando Norris. So was Tsunoda coming? No, Tsunoda and Piastri. Sorry, contact between Tsunoda and Piastri. Maybe Piastri didn't leave enough space. Maybe Piastri didn't leave enough space, and Tsunoda struggled there. Where is Tsunoda? Where is Tsunoda? Oh no, I think Tsunoda's really lost out from that. I think Tsunoda might have damaged from that. No, it was just Tsunoda was really on the charge. Tsunoda was really... Oh, he's gone around. It carried on. And Tsunoda gets spun out. Tsunoda gets spun out. He's furious in the car. I think it was at turn 1. Oh, Oscar Piastri, if that was you, or maybe it was Lando, someone's going to be in trouble here. Someone's going to be in big trouble as Lando Norris, I think, gets past Alex Albon. So the McLarens are, if they feel like they're not, but they feel like the fastest car on track right now. But what happened with Yuki Tsunoda? And is someone going to get a penalty there? Tsunoda was really on the charge here. He started dead last in this race, lest we not forget. So turn 1, Tsunoda, get this mesh out of the way. Tsunoda, oh, Piastri braked very early. And I feel like Piastri, that's all Piastri. Tsunoda had his hands out of the cockpit, giving a universal sign. What did Piastri do? Piastri braked very early. Or is it going to be called as a racing incident? Piastri was on the radio protecting his innocence. They'd banged wheels before. The AlphaTauri mechanics are furious there. People hurling stuff. Wow, Yuki Tsunoda. You know, disaster. But we'll call out the donation there. A $10 Australian donation from Fizril. Top 3 teams. For me, Red Bull, Ferrari. I'm going to go Mercedes right now. Turn 1 incident between Tsunoda and Piastri noted, everyone. Turn 1 incident noted. Do they have to pit again? I'm not sure anyone needs to pit again. I think Alonso just retired it. I think Alonso he might just have gave up. I think he might have just given up. That's my sixth sense talking as a racing driver. If he's in last place, he might think, what's the point? And I've been saying for weeks now, I think Alonso's on the verge of throwing toys out of the pram. Scotty, another safety car, maybe? No, I don't think so. In the McLaren app, it said Tsunoda hit Piastri 2 times. I think the McLaren app might be a little bit biased towards McLaren. I don't think McLaren are telling the truth there. McLaren might be telling some porkies. Go and have a read of the AlphaTauri app, see what it says as well. Emma says, bummer for Yuki. Yes, indeed. Tsunoda's going to be furious with Piastri on the radio. Yes. Christopher, P2 for Lewis with DNF for Checo opens up P2 and chapter all over again. Yes, indeed. That's why Red Bull can't really unseat Perez this season, because they want him to get P2 in the championship. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, is a 9.2 second gap, so Verstappen is really walking away with it. But what we're looking at here is, are the Ferraris going to come back and bring it back to Lewis Hamilton? So when are we going to hit that? But at the moment, it's not happening. At the moment, Hamilton's still 4/10ths quicker. And meanwhile, I think Lando Norris, this could be an Alpha Chad moment, everyone. It could be an Alpha Chad moment. Lando Norris might be able to stick one here on the rookie Oscar Piastri, who's already likely to be a bit flustered. So Lando Norris is a big moment for Lando, because Oscar Piastri's been getting all the praise. So will Lando Norris be able to overtake Piastri? He's on the chart. Let's see. V-Neck feels sorry for Max. Rhea says, still we rise. Well, we'll have to have a look here what happens. I've said George Russell has fallen off the back of Carlos Sainz. Maybe that's indicative of the medium pace. But Lando Norris making it work on the mediums. Lando Norris lapping a second quicker than Lewis Hamilton. So Lando's making it work on those mediums. Lando can do it. Is it a penalty for Piastri? We will see. It's being investigated. I will let you know. Devendra Singh Hamilton falling off. It's not really about the gap between Hamilton. It's Ricciardo all over Russell here. Is Ricciardo going to stick one on Russell? We will see. We will see. Right, chat, what do you think? What's going to be the finishing 1, 2, 3? I'm going to go. I think it's going to be Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. I feel like Leclerc might be able to turn the screw here, but let me know. Kenneth says we'll need pitting. George, Alonso is quit before. Let's save in. That's code for I'm giving up. So I kind of know Alonso's character. I was racing today at a track where Fernando Alonso is raced. In fact, I could compare my lap times with him. So we'll have to see. In fact, when I get in my car, there's a big picture of Fernando Alonso staring at me. As Valtteri Bottas was able to get past, I believe... Oh, no, well, I thought he got past Pierre Gasly, but Gasly must have defended very, very, very hard. Trying to tickle the subcount. Come on, everyone. We just want to get that 66k. Let's just get it done. Let's just get it done. Tickle it. I'm tickling it. Tickling it. Alexi says Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Martin, Verstappen, Leclerc, Hamilton. Pradel says Leclerc must pass Hamilton. There's 19 laps to go, everyone. Signal says you are super biased against Lewis Hamilton. Look, I get criticism by everyone, and that means I'm doing my job correctly. Black says yes, tickle it. Oh, it's gone down. No, I'm tickling it upwards. I'm tickling it upwards, everyone. I think just everyone watching must have subscribed, right? Sandra says 19 laps to go. YouTube Premium Ramesh. Can Ricciardo overtake Russell? Let's see. Hamilton, meanwhile, is still going faster than the Ferraris. Incident involving Tsunoda and Piastri under investigation, causing a collision. We will see. It could get bad from worse for Piastri here if Lando Norris is able to overtake him. And by the way, Alex Albon in the points. Alex Albon in the Williams ahead of both Alpines, ahead of both Haases, and ahead, incredibly, of both Alfa Romeos. Considering that, if I remember the Alfa Romeo, Tsunoda, you're faster than the car in front. I don't need any more information. I don't think Tsunoda's just boiled over. Keep an eye on Tsunoda here, everyone. Chat, keep an eye on Tsunoda. Bear in mind. Bear with me a second. Because can Yuki Tsunoda... How many cars ahead can Yuki Tsunoda overtake? Chat, how many cars ahead can Tsunoda overtake? He's got the bit between his teeth. Keeping on the lap times here. Tsunoda might be on the move. Remember, Tsunoda was up there with Piastri. Tsunoda was battling for P7. Incredible stuff. Keda says, head down, Tsunoda. Yeah, Tsunoda, keep your head down, please. Right, let's have a look. Oh, Verstappen feels like he's extending that gap there. Probably just managing the pace. Ocon's on the radio. You can say that to Haas. I'm going to go for it. So they better be ready. Ocon says, I'm going to irresponsibly send it on the Haas. Pre-warn them. Not the smartest strategy, Esteban, if you do take him out. I'll be honest. As Ocon does pull out on the home straight and have a look. Tries to go around the outside and goes off track. So Ocon did send it and almost sent himself off track there. 1970 and 70s now. Anyone in chat born in 1970? There's 3,000 people watching. Feel free to drop your birth year in when we hit it here. Oh, there we go. Is that crossover point? Charles Leclerc now goes faster than Lewis Hamilton. Have we hit crossover? Are the McLarens going to catch the Mercedes here? As Sergio Perez still looks confused, roaming around the Red Bull garage. Isabel says, classic Ocon moment, not smart at all. I have to say, I have raced Esteban Ocon in real life. And I've chatted with him in real life as well. And he's a pretty cool bloke, I have to say. Welcome Lebanon, Jonathan Fran and Anton Vella. Kenneth 78, we're 71 right now. Kevin was 60, went past 60. Jacob and Stephen were 1984. Hooked on 76. Zhao Yi 49, Sarah's 1992. Is there going to be a late safety car here to spice things up? And by the way, if there's going to be a safety car, it's going to be because of this. Can you see that? That's got crash written all over it. So if there's going to be a safety car, I reckon that's going to be why, everyone. So keep an eye on that, as Hamilton, yes, looks to be lapping. Let's see what Charles Leclerc can do. Oh, it's about neck and neck here at the moment. But those mediums are going to go off faster, than the hard tyre, aren't they? Hooked on, I started watching F1 in 1991, Visual 2017, PC Trouble 1954. Alfie's bus journeys. Why am I not surprised Max is winning? Well, he's had to navigate some stuff here. It was all down to the start. It was a great start from Max Verstappen, I have to say. Jax, I think Ricciardo can overtake Russell at least. Yuki can catch Gasly. But not Ocon, interestingly, you think. Well, let's see. What's the Sonoda pace? The Sonoda pace is a 23.2. Is about a second a lap quicker than Nico Hulkenberg. And he's 8 seconds behind. So, yes. So, Yuki Tsunoda's going to smash into the back of that pack. The question is, can he chain a series of sort of DRS overtakes together lap after lap like we saw Verstappen do when Verstappen was carving through the traffic? Because bear in mind, at the beginning part of this race, as Lando Norris is all over the curb. So, Lando Norris overtakes Oscar Piastri, by the way. In fact, did McLaren swap? McLaren team orders. Oh, I'm not sure I like this, everyone. I'm not sure I like this. Big team orders from McLaren. Is it because Piastri is going to get a penalty? Chat, I'm not sure I like that at all. We've been denied. I wanted to see Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri go head-to-head. And we've been denied it. Chat, what do we think about that? Team orders. Team orders from McLaren. Chat, what do we think? Oh my goodness me, as Lando Norris might get a track limit warning there because he's gone so far over the curb. I think he's taken something off the track there. But yeah, Lando Norris is coming like a charging bull right now, so he might go after Ricciardo and potentially George Russell. Could Lando Norris be on for a P5 here? We'll see. Oscar, Lando is faster than you. Yes, indeed. Boo, McLaren. Isabel Paflug says makes sense because of charity. Lisa hates it, and she's a McLaren fan. Bebop, what's it? Well, I haven't seen the penalty be given out yet, but I'd be amazed if... Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Piastri gets a penalty for it. Davida Jane says McLaren are just being smart. Sarah Tantal says fair because Lando's faster. As Lance Stroll is battling with Logan Sargent. It's the battle of the goats down there. Logan Sargent tries to go around the outside. Go on, Logan. Oh, Logan Sargent almost went around the outside of Lance Stroll. Gordy says Norris P5, Zhao Yi, it has to do with the penalty. 7-star says let them race. Horde has got his hand around Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez looks distraught. Looks like a man who's... Chris has got a hand around him. I'm sure as soon as Perez works away, Horner's like... eliminate him. Sargent on the radio saying, what's this guy doing? Logan Sargent not impressed. And meanwhile, the Ferraris are turning up the pace. It's a PB in the race for Carlos Sainz. And Charles Leclerc is starting to take time out of Sir Lewis Hamilton. So it might get very tasty here from P2 downwards. Let's see. Hooked on to Smash Like. It looks like we're going for 1,000 likes on the stream. And we're in 1983 now. We're in 1983. Was that a Niki Lauda year? Sargent, that's too much moving on the brakes. Logan Sargent not happy with Lance Stroll. He can't deal with the 4D moves Lance Stroll's making. Golden says Yoy should be a commentator. Who's Yoy? Ken says commentator of the day. Very good. Right, we've still got 13 laps to go. Unlucky for some. Let's see. Oh, we were we were fully synced up there between the video and what happened on track. Sergio Perez waves to the crowd. But Sergio, my guy, what were you doing? Lance Stroll, yes indeed. I think that's too many moves from Lance Stroll. Too many moves on the dance floor there for Stroll. In fact, Lance Stroll is doing everything he can to prevent Logan Sargent getting past. And I think Lance Stroll, at the very least, needs to get a black and white flag there. Smartbite says, Colin Chapman used to come to our hotel for most GPs in the 70s. Very nice. The genius behind Lotus. Tom says, go away, Norris. Welcome, Gary, Michael, David, Alison Gibson, 7-star as well. 15 subs needed for 66k. Come on, chat. Have we got it? Have we got it between us? Have we got it between us, everyone? 13 laps to go as well. What if Hamilton pits for softs? Would he come out ahead of Russell? I think you'd be insane to give up track position here at this stage. Ramesh saying Norris catching up will overtake Ricciardo in next 3 laps. Yeah, Lando Norris about to overtake his ex-teammate here, I believe. But he's going for George Russell. And considering that Lando Norris started this race in P18, that is pretty mad. Oh, there we go. Look, we're going to make it 1993. 90. Can we tickle it over? Can we tickle it over 6K? Can we tickle it over 6K? I'm tickling it. I'm tickling it, chat. Do we have 7 likes between us? Chase says Hamilton is not even on the same level of Verstappen. Yes, I completely agree. Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, is not on the same level as Verstappen, a 3-time world champion. That is plain obvious to see. Thank you for that observation. Fanatical says, can Norris podium at this pace? Come on, 6K. Come on, chat. Anyone who's been holding out. Any of the stalwarts there. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda is about to join the Logan Sargent Lance Stroll party. Meanwhile, is it going to be 66K? Is it going to be 66K, everyone? Can we do it? 66K. 66K, everyone. We did it live on stream. Isn't it great when we do it live on stream? Chat, take a bow. Take a bow. I'm going to get some emojis out there. Look at that. We've absolutely blown past the 66K figure. 66K. It feels good. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Chat, feel free to get your 6s out in the chat there. As Lando Norris has already got past Daniel Ricciardo. It was into... No, it wasn't into turn 1. Oh, side by side. They almost made contact. They almost made contact there. Lando Norris really went for that one. Very brave. Did not leave a lot of space. Lando has got the bit between his teeth. And now he'll have George Russell in his sights as Lewis Hamilton does PB. Oh, take it in. Yes, indeed, everyone. 66K. We've all achieved it, chat. We've all achieved it. 66,000 subscribers. Best wishes. We can make 6-7. Let's take a moment to celebrate. Let's take a moment to celebrate. How about that? Take a moment to celebrate there as... Oh, my goodness me. Lando Norris very nearly crashed into Daniel Ricciardo there. That could have gone a lot worse. Joe Mercedes saying Norris is now becoming the new late breaker. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Sam Miguel. Good to have you. Get in touch, Sam Miguel, if you want to sponsor the stream. Because at the moment we're sponsored by Estrella Gracia, but we can rip that off. We can put Sam Miguel on. Driver of the day, Norris. Surely we'll do driver of the day in a little bit because there's still a few twists and turns to go. I think. Is Hamilton going to get this done? Well, he's just Hamilton. That lap was faster than Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Evie's happy about 66K. Very nice. Very nice. We've done it, chat. We were worried about the stream earlier, about the YouTube issues. We've done it. Isabel says Lando is driving almost reckless. I think Lando's on the edge of being reckless. He's driving, you know, he's forcing other drivers to yield, as top drivers tend to do. But Lando is going to need inters following sweaty boy George. Yeah, George Russell sweating all over the track. Welcome, Budgie friend. I feel like this stream is sponsored by MBR. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure Estrella could pay as much as MBR donated to the stream. Hamilton, the dead god. Well, yeah, Hamilton's making it work. But what about Lando Norris and George Russell? So Norris was half a second quicker last lap, and he's only 2 seconds behind. So even at that rate, Lando will get there in 4 laps. So Lando versus George, has that got crash written all over it? Tangine, Lando, have we got any Lando Norris fans? Any Lando fans in the chat? I've raced Lando. Has anyone seen my video of me racing Lando? We bump drafted each other. Jacob saying check your drive day, I'm not sure. 900 likes maybe on the card too as well. Huge. Best wishes, pierogi and vodka for you from Eastern Europe. Very nice. Very nice. I'm going to be absolutely smashing the dumplings today. Go Lando, let's go. Yes, indeed. Welcome Charlotte, Charlene, Chicken Kite, LP, Taz, Anais, and Ethan as well. Fido, let's go Lando. Ash is a big Lando fan. C, let's go Lando. Hax is Lando. Chase, Norris vs. Russell's race to watch. Bennett loves Lando. Cyrus loves Lando. Did Lando not get a penalty thing with Yuki? That was Piastri. That was Piastri. Noah says, let's go Lando. Okay, I see the Papaya Army. 900 likes, well, 4,000 people watching. I see the Papaya Army coming out. So, chat, it's all about now Lando Norris and George Russell. And Lando took out a huge 6/10. I think Russell's in trouble. I think Russell's in trouble. Russell's not lapping very quickly at all. Have the mediums gone off the boil here? But remember, Lando's also on the mediums. Lando's just making it work. Hooked on's 1K. Can we do it? Can we get a 1K stream? That is mad. To get 1,000 people to in news and hit the like button is a massive achievement for all of us. Bebot Lando can definitely catch him on newer tyres. Sainz looks safe. Let's see. Lando Norris. Look at the sector times here. What can he do? 28.9 for Lando. It was a 29.2 for Russell. So Lando already gained 310 through sector 1 alone. The high speed sector. Lebanon saying Lando's going to win. Dom saying go Lando. Lisa saying George is in trouble. Nana Bakoi supporting Lando. Dom supporting Lando as well. Massier supporting Lando. Vincent, great commentary, pal. Better than Sky. You hear that, Sky? You hear that, Sky? And I'm not even paid. I'm doing this for free. I'm not even paid to do it. I'm just doing it out of passion. Passion beats payment. You can't pay your bills with passion, though. Passion doesn't pay the gas bills, but we're having a lot of fun here. So, what are we doing? Lando Norris and George Russell, what is the gap? It is just 1.5 seconds, if my maths is correct, which I think it is. So Lando Norris are very much on the move. But is Russell going to defend this heavily? We will see. Meanwhile, the Hulkenberg train, Choo Choo, is still there, and Yuki Tsunoda now joins the Logan Sargent Lance Stroll battle, but no one can get past you. Nico Hulkenberg is leading a train for the final and very important World Championship points. So Nico Hulkenberg, they've got a very slippery Haas there. Norris on the radio. We know what Russell is like. He's all or nothing. So you just have to have patience with him. That's a bit harsh there from McLaren. They've sullied the reputation of George Russell. They're saying he's not a very good driver. Lando, George Russell is not a good driver, so just be patient with him. Wow, I don't think George Russell's going to be joining McLaren anytime soon. No worries, budgie friend. More passion, more energy, more passion. Kenneth says 2 laps will attack Russell. We will see. It's going to. Is he in DRS right now? He's close to DRS. He's very close to DRS. Is Lando Norris? Lucas, we love your passion. Joe, it'll be nice when Holt gets in the points in the 200 race, especially with Kevin Magnussen having a suspension DNF at high speed. That's big commitment there for Hulkenberg. Welcome, Bradshaw Swim. Jack, there's a lot of percentages there. It's gone straight over my head, I'm afraid. Kenneth says Hamilton is bringing it home. Chat, can we put some respect on Lewis Hamilton's name here? Can we put some respect on Lewis Hamilton's name? Everyone was saying Hamilton's washed, Mercedes is washed, but Lewis Hamilton looks like he's going to get P2 here. Can we put some respect on the name? Right, this time around, I think Lando Norris is going to be within the DRS of George Russell. We'll see. I think we'll see it. Haxley says no respect. Bennett, Lando just about getting in the DRS zone. We will see. We will see. But yeah, is he going to have a legal car though? Maybe they're just running the car too low. Right, Lando Norris and George Russell, what have you got? Is there going to be a massive crash here? Keep an eye on the yellow flag indicator. Because, oh, he's only just in the gap. He's only just in there by a second. Jake Hardy, thank you for the stream. Had to ride to work and he'd been in the headphones. Well, I can let you know the standings are Verstappen leading by 13 seconds. Then Lewis Hamilton, who is ahead of Charles Leclerc by about 9 seconds. We've got Leclerc, Sainz, and then the battle now is between Russell and Lando Norris. There's only a second between them. They're both on the medium tyres. That is the battle for 5th place. And Lando Norris did not get out of Q1 yesterday. So Lando Norris finished qualifying in about 18th place. Account says no respect for Hamilton. Troy says Lewis never washed out. He will drive a donkey to a podium every damn time. Jamie Horn used to be the receptionist at Cotter. Jamie Horn, do you have any connections? Can you get us live streaming from the Terrific Americas? Jamie, get in touch with your connections. Email address in the description of this live stream. Plus anyone else who has connections in the motorsport and wants to see us do more live streams to get us connected. Got to get yourself connected, as they say. Right, Lando Norris and George Russell. The gap again is a second. Maybe Sweaty Boy Russell is now deploying the wet lines behind him. So what's going to happen down the home straight? There is 9/10 between them. So George Russell will be under attack from a DRS-assisted Lando Norris behind him. Let's see what's going to happen here from Lando. What can Lando do? Can't quite get it done this time. I feel like this has got crash written all over it. It's got only 44 likes. Hashtag blessed to the 1K. We can do it. We can do it. Oh, Sargent's past Stroll. Yellow flag. I think Stroll's off. I think Stroll's off. I think Stroll's off. I think Stroll's off. Have I said it enough times? I think Logan Sargent and Lance Stroll have come together there. That's my prediction. Sky won't have told you yet, but I think that's just happened. I think that's just happened. Trinidad and Tobago in the house, very nice. We've already got Trinidad and Tobago. Lance Stroll boxes, as he had enough as well. Aston Martin got a couple of crybabies in their team, really, haven't they? Come on, lads. We race to the end. It might not be going your way, but we need to get the data. What happened here between Logan Sargent and Lance Stroll? It did bring out a yellow flag. Meanwhile, Lando Norris was all over. He's gone past. He's gone past. It's a switchback. It's a switchback on George Russell. The question is, was it under yellow flag conditions or not? But Lando Norris with a non-turn one overtake. Another rare one. One of the few drivers to get that done. So Lando has got past George Russell. Stroll's just in the box. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a replay of the incident. Sky haven't shown it. Sky haven't shown it. But Logan Sargent up to P13. Get your Eagles out. USA better than Canada? Is that it? What happened here? Oh, Valtteri Bottas was involved. Oh no, it was Bottas. It was Bottas. It was Bottas on Stroll. It was Bottas on Stroll. Stroll tried to overtake Bottas. Oh, it was a brave move by Stroll. I think Stroll just took Bottas by surprise in the stadium sector. It wasn't even Logan Sargent, it's Valtteri Bottas. I wonder what Bottas has to say on the radio about that. Is Bottas still okay? I'm not sure. Looks like Bottas might have damaged then. And the overtake, Lando Norris. Yeah, went around the outside of George Russell, actually. C says Lando has done so good. Yeah, I wonder if Lance Stroll really caused that on himself there, I have to say. But it looks like Bottas, because Bottas has dropped behind Logan Sargent, and he was ahead. Lance Stroll gets out of the car. It's going to be investigated after the session. A bit embarrassingly, he can't get out of the car because he's still connected to the car. So his mechanic, who he punched in a previous race, needs to help him. Starting to feel like maybe Lance Stroll isn't one of the good guys in Formula 1. Starting to feel like Mike Crack looks on. Not very impressed. Stroll pulled a Yuki. 3 laps to go, everyone. 3 laps to go. Let's do driver of the day. Let us know who your driver of the day is here. Who's your driver? I'll do a poll as well. Let's do a poll as well, chat. I'm going to have to choose who I think is in the options. F1 driver of the day. It's a corrupt system, yes indeed. Like most systems. Verstappen, I'm not going to tell you you're going to put in there. I'm not going to tell you who put in here. Okay, chat. Let me know in the chat and in the poll as well. Davina says Norris. Professor says Lando. Noah says Lando. Who have we got? This is the official F1 Driver of the Day poll on this channel. So the official... Meanwhile, is Danny Ricciardo all over? Hold on to your vote, people. Is Daniel Ricciardo all over George Russell? Well, I tell you what, he's within DRS. He's within DRS here. Daniel Ricciardo's not done with this race yet. Danny Rick's not done. And by the way, Verstappen, I know there was a safety car, but we're getting no drivers lapped in this race. No drivers lapped in this race. And how's Ocon got? Ocon's in the... Oh, the Nico Hulkenberg train got obliterated. So somehow, both of the Alpines got past Nico Hulkenberg. And Esteban Ocon is going to get a World Championship point. But keep an eye on Danny Rick here, everyone. Keep an eye on Danny Rick. Keep an eye on Daniel Ricciardo. How many laps to go? Vincent says driver of the day, Sir Lewis Hamilton. I think driver of the day is chat. We might hit 1,000 likes. We hit 66k subscribers. I think chat have to get driver of the day. Aidan says Nico Rosberg. David Shearman, Hamilton has kept the mediums while others going on. Well, also Lando Norris kept them. Jax Ricciardo driving smart. Well, there's going to be 1 lap to go, and Daniel Ricciardo is all over the back of sweaty boy George Russell. What can Ricciardo do? Can Ricciardo get this done in the AlphaTauri? Let's see. Last of the late breakers, that's what he used to be. He's got a big DRS. Can he do a cutback like we saw Lando Norris do in Sector 2? Vince says Lando getting it. Sean Hammer time. Flatka doing the likes. Yes, indeed. Final, but yes, it's final lap, everyone. What a fun stream it's been. It's final lap. I hope we're not going to see someone pull over on last lap. Daniel Ricciardo going to send it on Russell. Daniel Ricciardo going to send it. Daniel Ricciardo might get this done. Has Danny Rick got it done? Has Danny Rick got it done? It's neck and neck between Ricciardo and Russell. It's neck and neck. Are they going to come together and Oscar Piastri might benefit? Can Daniel Ricciardo do this? It looks like they're neck and neck here. Nothing between them. Will Ricciardo go for it in the stadium? Does he feel like he has nothing to lose? Daniel Ricciardo, the honey badger. Can you do it in the stadium section? Keep an eye. You're going to run out of time, Danny Rick. Now's your chance. You've got no more laps to play with. You got no more laps. You got no more laps. Daniel Ricciardo, what can you do here? What can you do, Daniel Ricciardo? Oh, I don't think it's quite going to happen, Danny Rick. Max Verstappen goes over the line, by the way. And guess who got the fastest lap? Lewis Hamilton gets the bonus point for the fastest lap. Wow, wow, wow. Chat, that was close between Danny Rick and George Russell. George Russell having to deploy the sweat there. 1,000 likes. Come on, chat, we can do it. I don't know where we are, like, because I can't see. I just see a big 9. But Lewis Hamilton, wow, getting the fastest lap. They're eating into that gap to Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez, definitely not driver of the day. 1,000 likes, everyone. We did it. What a good feeling to do it on the last lap, by the way, as well. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo, oh, I came very, very, very close there. But George Russell had the defense. By the way, instant involving Tsunoda and Piastri, no further action. Tsunoda is going to be absolutely fuming at that. No worries, Angelo. No worries, Angelo. It's been an amazing day, amazing stream, amazing chat in the house. And we did the 1K, which we very rarely do. So it's a big achievement for us. We've had a great race. It looks like Logan Sargent boxed at the end. Why did Logan Sargent box at the end? Did they want to change some parts or something? No worries, Troy. Great to have you on board. Great to have you on board. Yeah, Max Verstappen wins the 2023 Mercedes Grand Prix with Lewis Hamilton in second, but Lewis Hamilton does pick up the bonus point for the fastest lap on the medium tyre. So maybe Hamilton just had a lot of pace in reserve. We will see. Maybe he had that pace, and it looks like Lando Norris also cheekily went for the fastest lap at the end. Lando was going for it. Welcome, Daniel. Funky Hampton fast lap. No worries, Evie. Lisa, any update on Piastri? No penalty. No penalty. Christoph, that's incredible for that tyre preservation. Let me know your thoughts in the chat right now. Joe's saying Hamilton technically first. Smile, you're way better than Sky. Thank you so much. And they do, the podium here is in the stadium section. Kireth, say hi, Marcus, if you're reading this. Kireth, say hi, Marcus. I'm not reading it though, so I don't know what it says. Davina, it looks like Alpine. No, I think Alpine did very well to get in the points because Alpine looked poor all weekend. So I think to get a championship point, I think that Alpine done quite well there. No worries, Phil. Thank you so much. Lisa says, yay, papaya. 16 wins. That's a new record for Max Verstappen. It's a new record for Verstappen. Great stuff for Verstappen. The cool thing about the stadium here, it's on the back of the pits. As Lewis Hamilton gets out the car, he looks a bit pensive. Does he feel like he could have done better? He raises a hand. He raises a one finger for the fastest lap. Lewis Hamilton got some big support in Mexico. Flacco, this entire weekend has been so exciting, and it's so exciting because we're going to do it all over again next weekend for Brazil. We're going to do it all over again next weekend for Brazil. Burger King said Hamilton the GOAT. Matt, awesome drive by Ricardo. We know Matt's a big Ricardo fan. Awesome drive for Ricardo. Larissa Gil Sequeira Santos says, see you next week in Brazil. Yes, indeed, we'll be in Brazil. T, just need to see if Hamilton's car's legal. Get that plank off that car. Stefan, what's the points record? The points record will have already been broken, I'm pretty sure, because there's more points available right now because of the sprints. So I think in Formula 1, you don't pay too much attention to the points. It's more about the wins. No worries, Stevens. Eagle says, Perez is embarrassingly done. Chat, do we think Sergio Perez is officially washed now? Kate says, Brazil next weekend. AlphaTauri on the move, Dale says, welcome to, thanks to Ian James. Minx can't believe Perez be so stupid today. Yeah. I mean, how many more times is Mexico going to get a Mexican driver in by far the fastest car? It could be decades, chap. It could be decades. That's all I'm going to say. Sedeso, who is leading this league? Sedeso, this isn't a league. This is an FIA World Championship, my friend. Mina says, what a way to start my Monday morning. Chai, can we look at how Lando got on the rankings? Lando gained 12 positions. I mean, if you haven't voted Lando as driver of the day, I want to know why. I want to know why, if you haven't voted Lando driver of the day. We've got 1,000 votes. Lando is first at the moment. Thanks, Kevin. Paul Babcock saying Perez is cooked. Natasha Perez is dry. Jacob Washington to dry. Angelo, yes, he has signed up from Red Bull. Jack says, yeah, Perez definitely not doing himself any favours. Thomas says Perez is a washout. Vincent, stick Lando in the Red Bull. Oh, that'll be a fun team, wouldn't it? Size X Brazil going to be a mad race. Yeah, we know how much Hamilton likes Brazil. We know how much Hamilton likes Brazil. George, but think of the tyres Perez is saying. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Sam Bailey, first time watching along for the South UK. See you for the next one. We'll see you in the next stream, Sam. Hopefully, FP1 on Friday will be there in Brazil for the triple header. Kevin likes Checo, but put the Honey Badger in the Red Bull next year. Kempy doesn't think the Red Bull the quickest car. Are you sure about that, Kempy? Hooked up. I voted Daniel because he got that car so far at the grid. You got to feel bad for Sonoda. You got to feel bad. Lewis Hamilton is very happy here. I think he likes being in Mexico. Gets a lot of support. Does Sir Lewis Hamilton in these parts. I think he's already saying, look, the fans here are amazing. Amazing fans. Love coming through the stadium. And just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's come out. Hope you enjoyed it. We saw some great racing today. Blue Trans says 12 cars passed. Wow, yes indeed. 12 cars passed. Jacob and Brazil loves Hamilton. I mean, he's honorary citizen. Yes, has a tribute to Ayrton Senna on the helmet often. Welcome Sam Bailey as team as well. Solar Phoenix, Ricardo pushing the AlphaTauri to P7. Yeah, not bad, not bad. I mean, that was all the qualifying. The qualifying really was huge there for Ricardo. Allowed him to capitalise on it. Right, let's see what happens. Is there going to be any booing on the podium for Max Verstappen? Charles Leclerc, pole position. It's a P3. I don't think he could be too disappointed with that. I think, you know, to be on the podium here, Ferrari have done okay. They've beaten both of the McLarens when arguably the McLarens had faster pace. We will see. Vince, great job today. Thanks very much. Thank you, Mark Johnson. And I hope not booing sucks. Yes, indeed. Golden says, stupid Ferrari. Stupid Ferrari, Golden says. I can't wait for Brazil already. I can't wait. How many streams? We've done 5 streams this weekend. We've done 5 streams. 5 Formula 1 streams. Very, very nice. Thank you, Martin. So Charles Leclerc is just giving his interview and then they're going to go up to the podium. I think it's a quicker podium bit here. I don't think they have a cool-down room. So they will immediately get on that podium, which we love to see. Our free practice on Friday is on 2 p.m. So I won't be able to stream free practice 1. I'll be otherwise engaged. So maybe it'll be FP2 or FP3 will kick it off for Brazil. But yeah, we've done a huge one here. Right, so all the interviews are done. Are the drivers now going to go on the podium? Thank you, Jax. Vince, please turn down. I thought I turned it down. I thought I turned it down. Eagle says elections today in the Philippines. Off to vote. Yes, getting you voted in the Philippines. Red Bull smashed it again. Who is going to take the fight to Red Bull next season? No way, Paul Farrell. Mia, Mercedes strategy was poor. Should have put Sweaty Boy in hard. Lewis pulled it off. Could have done it. Ali Berger says Ferrari got so unlucky. Asagi P2 twice Hamilton. Well, it wasn't really a legitimate P2 last weekend, was it? But I do see your point. I do see your point. You could say 2 P1s for Verstappen. Isabel Paflug will be here next weekend. Chai, Kireth, 3 pound Alpha tonight. Got to get up at 6:30 tomorrow. Thank you for also streaming. I hope everyone has a great Sunday night and start to the week. Meanwhile, there is a cool-down room, and it's Hamilton and Verstappen in there. Is it a little bit frosty between them? I don't know. Ali Ferrari, yeah, but I don't. In the end, I don't think it mattered too much. I don't think it mattered too much if they hadn't pitted at all. Lewis shaking his head at the Perez incident. I wonder what Charles Leclerc would be saying about it, because that almost ended Charles Leclerc's race. That almost ended Charles Leclerc's race there. Shuey, I can't feel Leclerc got short-changed by the red flag. Offbeat, could there be an investigation of Rex Ryan's Charles? No, I don't think so. George, I only missed my qualifying stamp, but I did watch this morning. If you watched it back, you can get your stamp if you watched it back. The Chief says if Lewis was not disqualified in Austin, he would be ahead of Perez right now. Wow. Lewis Hamilton and that Mercedes are on the move, but is he completely outshining George Russell right now? Charles Leclerc sitting in Lewis Hamilton's seat. See you, Jacob Falk. Thank you so much. Ali Berger says, I think Mercedes and McLaren will be bringing it to Red Bull. Yes, indeed. No worries, Brad. Right, the fans are now congregating around the podium. We're going to see the drivers come out here. Hooked on Classic. How far does race put Aston? I think Aston will be set back about 3 years. Snowline says another masterclass by Max. Max dominating. Right, the podium is ready here in Mexico. They do it in the stadium section. And coming out first is going to be Charles Leclerc. P3 for Ferrari. After the 1-2. By the way, Carlos Sainz really outclassed here by Charles Leclerc. What's gone on there? Not often recently we've seen Charles Leclerc really sort of dominate Carlos Sainz, but it happened here. Lewis Hamilton in P2. Mia, next year when Mercedes changed their chassis, they will legitimately challenge Red Bull. Maybe. We will see. Oh, Max Verstappen's got a sombrero on. Chat, Verstappen's got a shot. He's going to go up on the car. They're going to lift the car up. Don't crush Max Verstappen. So Verstappen's sitting on the car, and they're going to lift the car up, and Max Verstappen pops up with a sombrero. It's a memeable moment. It's a memeable moment. It's very cheesy. Blacker, don't forget, next weekend we're starting early. Okay, my mods will have to let me know because I'm not good. Also, the clocks have changed, haven't they? So Max Verstappen rises up like he's Psy doing Gangnam Style. Definitely a memeable moment there. But yeah, Max Verstappen on the top step again. Who would bet against it right now? He's looking so good at one with that car. And that car has been the helicopter in Austin. It's been on the hydraulic rams here. What if the car rolls off? Let's find out. Yeah, I didn't see Max Verstappen wearing a yellow fluorescent jacket there. So I'm not sure they complied with health and safety. George, do you think Perez is watching? I think Perez is probably watching the stream. Perez is probably watching this stream, I have to say. That's what I would be doing if I was Sergio Perez. I'd be watching the stream. I'd be hanging out here with everyone. Right, anthems are being done right now. Austrian national anthem for the winning constructor, Red Bull Racing. I haven't really heard that this season. Kate says hello to Perez. Yeah, hello Sergio Perez. Sorry for calling you washed. Maybe we get Sergio Perez on as a co-host. Stolar sends some kisses to Perez. Right, what's going to go on with the trophies here? Who's handing them out? Adrian Newey's here. Watching on at his car that he's created. Safety first, yes indeed. Got to be safety first, everyone. No point putting a halo on a car if you're then going to like shoot it up a hydraulic platform with Verstappen sitting on it in a sombrero. Unless the sombrero was the safety equipment. Could be the case. Mia says Perez gone home. Sander to Perez. I've no idea what that message means, I've got to be honest. Right, there we go. Anthems are done. See Dale. And Verstappen gets the first place trophy from the president. It's Alessandro Sabaron-Curi, the president of the Mexican Grand Prix. I don't think it's a kissable trophy. But that's P1 from Max Verstappen. Quite a nice one. It looks a bit like one of these. This is basically what the Max Verstappen trophy looks like. It's one of these, like a long one. That sort of look like ornate. That's what they've gone for here in Mexico. And now it's time for the constructor trophy that's gone from the Heineken CEO of Mexico to the CEO of Heineken in Mexico. Size X, it'll be Max and Hamilton for the next 3 races. Well, what does that mean for Sergio Perez? Sergio Perez needs to get it together and soon. Second place trophy presented by Chairman of the Board of I didn't see it. Some directors. Karun Chandok is next to Toto Wolff. But I'm sure the commentary is completely impartial. Mr. Abed, the president of Omdai, presents 3rd place to Charles Leclerc. Welcome Alistair, Pierre and Brandon as well. So many subscribers we welcome the screen. Pretty great. Oh, the champagne! We got GoPro on the champagne here. We got GoPro on the champagne. And Max and Hamilton are engaged in a champagne off, and Max gives way. Max gives way. Hamilton won that champagne spray off. There we go. Oh, now Charles Leclerc gets matched with the champagne spray. Ah, there's confetti, ticker tape. They do like the ticker tape in Mexico sporting events, don't they? But yeah, Max looks very, very, very relaxed. Very relaxed. Size X says they've sent Perez home. Perez has been sent home. Kenneth, they got Charles Good finally up there. Yes, indeed. Nice podium shot with the car as well. Christoph Hamilton is going to be hard to stop in Brazil. I think he's going to squeeze Perez tighter. Well, like someone said, he'd already be ahead. Yes, next time out we go to Interlagos, Sao Paulo. The stage where Lewis Hamilton had one of the most extraordinary weekends in 2021 I've ever seen. Great circuit for racing. Obviously used to be the curtain closer for many years. It's where Lewis Hamilton dramatically won the 2008 Drivers' World Championship. Remember the 1,000-yard stare from Fernando Alonso there as well. Felipe Massa's engineer headbutting the Ferrari garage. So there's history. Remember Sebastian Vettel almost losing the World Championship at Sao Paulo, facing the wrong way. Big damage to the side pod, bringing it back. So yeah, I love Interlagos, love driving it, love watching it there, and hopefully one day we'll be there. And that is coming, chat, November 3 to 5 in a couple of days. It's absolutely mad triple header they've done. Bebop Lewis is coming alive. Well, he's dominating George Russell, isn't he? He's dominating George Russell, you have to say. George, someone needs to get a microphone near Helmut Marko. See, if I was at the track, I would be interviewing Helmut Marko right now. Live. Live on stream. Jack says many were reported to have left the stadium after Sergio's T1 crash. That can't be the case. Surely not. Surely that cannot be the case. I almost refuse to believe it. Aiden Ross, as a fellow Hispanic watching, what's happening to Checo hurts. Yeah, it's tough for Checo. Also, Sebastian Vettel just reversing around the track the wrong way. Could have got taken out there. Shuey, it's not often that I'm right, but I called the start yesterday. Shuey got it. Right, here we go. Natalie Pinkham is with Toto Wolff, the AMG team owner and principal. So, kind of calls the shots there. Jack says Crofty said so. Everyone's favourite commentator. Now Karine Chandok asking a question. Danica Patrick is going to ask something as well. Who's going to have the most insightful question, I wonder? Lando Norris winning the Driver of the Day vote as well. So good vote there for Lando. We love to see it. To see it, we love. Here comes Danica Patrick with the question. Natalie Pinkham finds it a little bit amusing, I think. So I can only guess what the question is. Toto, I don't know what the answer is because I can't hear him. But, chat. Frog Jello says W race, welcome to Ramiro. It's been a great stream. It's been a long day for me. I've been racing as well myself, and I might edit those videos later. What's the time? Oh, 10:30. Maybe I'll edit them, maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, it's been a fun weekend. We put my face in all of the thumbnails, which is a big thing to do because it kind of makes it seem less sort of watch-alongy and more sort of commentatory. But I think people have still liked it and come on board, which is awesome. Try and improve everything for next week. Mia, I was joking about Norris being washed. Are you sure? Aiden Ross, the dough is having to rise again in the pan for 2 hours. Okay. Laku's still here as well. Just seeing if any penalties are going to come through, everyone. Just going to see if there's any penalties that come through. You never know, do you? You just never know. There could be penalties. Although I'm surprised Piastri didn't get a penalty, I have to say. More questioning here of Toto Wolff. Danica Patrick's gone in for another one. We love to see it. Nice one. And yeah, Toto looks quite relieved. I wonder if this is indicative of how the Mercedes is going to be next season. Maybe the Mercedes is going to be competitive. Natalie Pinkham's got in for another question here. By the way, the atmosphere in the stadium looks amazing. Very much party atmosphere. Heineken have put some balloons in. Hopefully the beer or the alcohol-free beer is flowing free, depending on your preference. There's a real party atmosphere in Mexico City. Oh, Heineken balls! I bet they got bouncy balls. Someone get it on Toto. Someone get it on Toto. Come on, coordinate yourself, chat. Coordinate yourself. Ah, I called them chat. They're not our chat. They're people in the crowd. Instincts die hard, you know. Blue Trends is happy. Yeah, Toto looks very happy. No worries, Blacker. Thanks so much for everyone jumping in the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Jermaine, who is going to win the race? Well, Verstappen won this one, but gradually the focus will start to turn onto next season and whether anyone can prevent Max Verstappen from becoming a 4-time world champion. Obviously, Red Bull have done it before. They've done 4 in a row before with Sebastian Vettel. I'm on board here with Lewis Hamilton, who did get the fastest lap. Yes, indeed. He properly went for it on the medium tyre. So fair play. Beef and Biley says Carnitas and Heineken. What a combo. Don't need that there anymore. Anyone on Sombrero? We'll save it for next year. We'll save it for next year. Christoph James Allison is back at the helm at Mercedes. It's looking promising for Mercedes. Shuey, it's insane to think that Max has won the same number of races that there used to be in a whole season. Max Verstappen is looking exceedingly dominant. Size X, Max nor George got a penalty for holding up the pit lane. I mean, that was a controversial moment. I have to agree with you. That was a very much a controversial moment that there were no penalties given for that. I was surprised. I thought they might be slapping out penalties, but it didn't happen. Did not happen. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, Verstappen's won this by 14 seconds. And you don't know how much he was just managing the pace. So, you know, but then Sergio Perez, it has to be the worst second driver performance to a world champion we've ever seen. Have we ever seen a worse second driver performance, everyone? Let me know. Let me know. Jack's much credit due to Adrian Newey. Yes, indeed. I mean, that man can... To say he could design Formula 1 cars is an understatement, isn't it? Oh, man, I'm feeling tired from my racing earlier. I want to go back, look at my GoPro footage, because it was wet, so... See, if I've got the energy, I might do a voiceover here. Chat, who wants to see the footage of my karting championship? Do you actually want to see it or not? There's no point me doing it if you don't want to see it. Size X next year, Red Bull versus Mercedes. Should we add the 40-second 6? Very good point, Shuey. Very good point. Although, he wasn't on a 1-stop. He was clearly on a 2-stop. So, you're better off looking at the gap when he came out. But then he pitted on the safety car, didn't he? Bebop absolutely. Anal says yes. Snowline says yes. Phantom, okay. So we're going to get at least 6 views in it. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe we'll do it. Not tired from this race, I'm tired from my race earlier. And I think I might be coming under the weather again. How can that be happening? How can it be happening? Need to get some more honey. George, not tonight, I'm too tired. Yeah, I won't be able to get it out tonight. We're not premiering it. Normally I'd premiere into something, but I just... Well, maybe we'll premiere into that next week. How about we do that? We'll premiere into some karting next week. Vlaka, I could use some tricks. Vlaka's looking for some karting tricks. Bingsby, put the footage online, always fun. Yeah. Well, people want to watch it, that's the thing. Right, chat. I don't think we're going to see any penalties come through right now. Let me just check the live chat to double check that. Let me just check it. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any penalties come through. So, what a fun weekend it's been. People, thanks everyone. Thanks, Kireth. All the best to you and most with the channel. Yesterday, I mean, 66k is huge for us. We keep going. We keep going. And like I do, what I do on a Monday is I share on Twitter the stats from the weekend. So I share them on Twitter and I tag like some channel partners and potential channel partners in there. So if you do see that, please do like it and retweet it. I know some of the people in the chat do, like Phantom and Vlatka as well. Because we want to get the eyes, and it's not... We don't want to just, you know, oh, this is by... We want to have experiences. We want to go to the races and share the behind the scenes. That's the real... what we want to do. Right, there we go, everyone. Kay says, thank you, everyone. See you next week in Pills. That's what we're going to do. So we'll see you in Brazil in just a few days' time, everyone. In just a few days' time. So I hope you have the best Sunday and a really good start to your week. There'll be lots of content on this channel. Go watch it if you want to. I really appreciate it. 666 watchers. Absolutely cursed. We're going to end it there. Thanks so much. I've really enjoyed this week. It's been a great weekend of F1 streaming, following it through all the way from free practice 1, and next week we go to one of my favourite tracks in Interlagos, where anything can happen, including the weather. Right, I will see you everyone. Thank you so much. Have a very nice evening, and I will see you next time. Now I need to leave a delay. It's a 30-second delay. When do I end this? When do I end it? Do I end it now? I end it now.